next leg up. And and ideally, I should have been out on this and wait for the next opportunity. But little stubborn, just because it's one of those days that it might sit around like that for an enormous amount of time and fly
Yes.
off.
I think it will. We got two sides of the chat here. EMS. We about to see what the first. So we'll see who's going to win between the buyers and sellers up here. Who's going to win between the buyers and sellers? And from there, Hogue, what do we do now? Failed upside. It ain't a failed upside auction, is it? It's nothing. What? It's just.
It is. S&P's. It is a failed upside auction. Here it is. So this is a 30-minute chart. Yeah. I mean, it is until it fails, but it's a strategy, right? So you got the initial balance high, 63.42 half. This 30-minute bar looked above and closed back below it. That is a failed upside auction. Price got too expensive. Buyers backed off. Sellers quickly pushed price back down below that level. We saw the market come right back to that initial balance high and show rejection again. So this is technically a selling tail. Some people would call it that. Some people would call it a failed upside auction. But its price couldn't hold above the IB high, closed back below it in the 30-minute time frame. Resistance in the next bar, of course, would also be tasty and more evidence that this might continue to roll over. And time is of the essence, but if we were short in this, okay, hindsight capital, we talked about it in real time. But if we were short this, we know exactly what our risk is. And if this failed auction remains the high of the day, typically the rotation would be all the way back to the IB low, which is all the way down at 63.02. Are we going to see that? I don't know, but that's typically going to be the target after a failed upside auction. It is spending a lot of time up here. If anybody was short this, you might start getting nervous because there's no guarantee that this failed upside auction might continue to the upside. There's absolutely no guarantee of that. It's just a probability play. Probability is, and right now we'd probably be sitting right around break even. Probability is, we may see this market rotate back to the downside. Let me find that one from last week.
Remember when they were with the failed upside in the S&Ps? Yeah, that one worked out nice. This one, 63.38. Yes, Dow and NASDAQ just in their happy place. We got 4.5 minutes till the London close. Yes, London close. 4.5 minutes. Doom's still in this. All right, so you heard Hogue say if you were short, be a little uncomfortable, but Doom is long. Is that reassuring when you hear Hogue say that? That shorts would be a bit uncomfortable right now.
I'm really bad to listening to anybody.
All good, man. All good. All good. What a Monday.
Do me a character. I'm again looking for a conclusion on a 5-minute bar for the past 15 5-minute bars. Come on, send it. I drew something.
What did you want? What is it? I can't see it.
It's the cucumba.
Send it?
Yes,
okay. Send it. Cucumba.
Right.
I like big bids. Let me see them.
It's a full send. Hogue, let me know when you found it.
I got it.
Okay, let's go to Hogue. Show this example. What we're talking about. This is a failed downside auction. Or I'm sorry, failed upside.
It was a failed upside auction.
Correct. Just like perhaps what we might have developing here. Go full screen on that chart. We'll see if this is the play. If it's going to play out here. 63.39 last trade. ES 23,200. Go ahead, Hogue. You got it.
We need my charts.
Yeah, get your chart up. This is good stuff here because we might see this be playing out here.
Okay, so all right. So this was the 30th last week, Wednesday. This was Wednesday of last week. So this profile is showing the entire session, but I want to take this off for clarity. Okay, so this is the 8:30 bar. This is the 9 o'clock bar. These green lines represent the initial balance high and the initial balance low for that session. Right, the first hour of trade is the initial balance. So we put those on the chart. We were here with Dakota and Baron, I think, and they were trading NASDAQ, but I called this as it was coming in real time. I said, we have a potential failed upside auction in the S&Ps. The eventual target for this would be the initial balance low. We closed this 30-minute bar. Within the next 30 minutes, we reached our target on it. Bam! I even said that. Bam! Target reached. Dakota and Baron had a good trade off of this, but this is typically, what a failed upside auction looks like on a 30-minute chart. The market's got to take out the IB high, close back below it. That verifies or confirms the potential for the failed upside auction. Once it's confirmed, if you can get in cheap, the rotation should be to the initial balance low. Not every time. Nothing happens exactly the same way twice. And if you once you have the right answers, the market's going to change the questions. But this was a perfect failed upside auction, target right to the initial balance low. We don't care what happens after that because that's our target. What happened after that was we couldn't hold below the initial balance low. Some things came out. That was Wednesday. Was that FOMC last week?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. So FOMC came out, looked lower, and then we closed higher on earnings at the end of the day. So this was, prior to the to any important information coming out, but it was, very nice. Failed upside auctioners selling tail. Buyers got too high. They wouldn't pay it anymore. Sellers took off, quickly moved price back lower, and rotated price all the way back to the initial balance low. So that was really, a great example of it. And we may be seeing another great example of exactly that same thing right now in the S&Ps. Got to take a look, see if we're seeing any continuation of the downside. And no, we're not. I mean, by this time in that trade on Wednesday, we would already have been at the initial balance low. That's why shorts would be getting a little bit nervous here. We're not seeing the full rotation. At least we're not seeing a full rotation happening yet. If we're in good, we know what our risk is. It's not going to be that big. And if we do get that rotation, we're looking at 25, 30 points of potential profit. So we're going to watch and we're going to see if this plays out again. They don't all play out by any means, but it gives you the opportunity to limit risk with a strategy that, over time works very nicely.
Nice stuff, Hogue. Yeah, that trade on Wednesday. You're out, Doom?
Manually took it out. It's cooking up a deeper pullback. What I'm seeing, and every time I've been stubborn against the method I'm trading, I've paid the price. I'd like to save on that. Okay, I'd rather miss it than I doubled my exposure too. So stay within the limits. F it. It's the market. It could stay here forever. It could moon. It could sell.
Yep.
I didn't have it. I took it.
Smart. Okay. Yeah. Good discipline. Paper cut there. I like it. Didn't go in that trip for what
hour?
It's
the market.
You were in the thing
30 minutes, like 30 seconds, like really, really shifted. It's expanding below the 15-minute, 5-minute, 15 EMA exponential on and Bollinger Bands. This is signaling me that there's going to be further sell-off. And I do agree with Deshaun about the 180. We could see 180 or even lower. And I'd rather not get the full stop just to see a hit and rebuy there again.
All right, time stop. All right, good. Get out. Oh, good. You're past close.
This took too long. And I added to it.
Yeah, Hogue, what do you got?
There's one question here, and it's an excellent question from Duncan Harless. Does it change your thoughts on IB rotation from the failed auction when the 1-minute opening candle is either the IB high or the low? Today, we have The opening 1 minute candle is the dead ass low in the S&Ps. Does that change my opinion of a full rotation to the IB low? Probably. A really good and important question, Duncan. Very good question. Because typically when the opening range is one extreme or the other, I'm looking for opportunities in that direction. But it's still a valid entry, valid trade. And, we have to see what happens with it. It's a great question, Duncan.
Damn, is it? Because I can't understand what they're asking, Ho. Can help me understand this question from Duncan.
Okay. So
quick, but yeah, just speak to me like I've never speak to me like fourth grader here.
We talk about the opening range all the time.
You're next, James.
The opening range in the S&Ps is the dead ass low for the session. Okay. There it is. There's the opening range right there. You can see it in green, in yellow. I'm going to thicken it up a little bit so it's a little bit more obvious. So there's the opening range. It's the dead ass low. You see the market has been pushing higher and pushing higher and pushing higher. We have our failed upside auction. This is on a 1 minute chart. Does it change the opinion of a full rotation to the IB low when the opening range is the dead ass low? Yes, it does. It does.
Oh,
we're really not seeing a lot
rotation.
We're really not seeing a lot of pullback off this IB high. That is making me nervous if I'm short this. I want to see a full rotation.
They're asking yes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna help a little more sense. Basically, can we get that sell off? Can that sell off go all the way back down to that opening price? Is there enough conviction, enough selling to really push that thing lower and lower and lower, and more moving to the?
I re-entered long 221 and a tick.
Damn, you're back. 221.
Doom is back.
And I think 3 micros. I flattened out earlier. Took the euro out. It was just throwing with me, not breaking the low of the consolidation. Took a couple of bucks on it, but
get that.
They can have it. If it's going to sell, they can sell it without me. That stuff too long too. That's something that I really disliked in the Forex market. It just makes the move, and then it takes forever to see any sort of continuation or fail, or those trades take a couple of days.
How many do?
3 micros. I'm risking the low of the consolidation.
Got it.
Okay. See that.
Andre, I like you pulled the old explain it to me as if I were a small child or a golden retriever, if you will.
Yeah, that's the only way I can understand. Yeah, I think after a couple explanations, I definitely got a better understanding. Basically, when talking about, a failed upside auction, how failed is it? Can they sell the hell out of this thing and keep pushing all the way down to what that opening price was? Opening price, 6302. That's why Hogue had his eye on that price. 6302. Okay, get James in here because I need some. Catch me up from the weekend, James, and the last couple of days. What do we have? I need to be caught up because I wasn't really paying attention to the news. Go ahead.
Okay, Andre, you don't need the news when you have Topstep TV because we bring you all the hits that you need to know later on today when you're on the water cooler. Everyone's going to be talking about this. A British Columbia camper heard yelling in the woods was not in distress. He was simply singing the stylings of Nickelback. The search and rescue team in British Columbia was alerted to faint yelling from 2 hikers who were out and about. They thought it was someone in trouble. They said they could hear yelling. They weren't sure what he was saying, but it sounded like the man was in distress. By the time they found him, they realized the only thing distressing about him was his singing as he launched into such great Nickelback hits. This is my favorite Nickelback story of the week. James Harden, I'm bringing you Nickelback stories every week from here until the end of time. This is just one of them.
Yeah.
This is how you remind me. Moving on. A Kentucky woman got arrested at Disney World for carrying around goodies and headache powder. Can you guess what the goodies and headache powder were?
Where was this?
Florida?
No.
Is it Florida?
Yeah, Disney World.
Kentucky.
Alerted. She had a weird looking tin and kept digging in it repeatedly when Disney security guards pulled her over. They asked her what was in the tin, and she referred to it as goodies. When pressed further, she said, okay, it's headache powder. When tested by the police, it came up as another drug commonly known as meth. So,
Uh-oh.
go to Disney World, have a great time. It's the happiest place on earth. And hopefully you can ride Space Mountain while doing the fent lean. All right, that's Florida news for the day. Finally, my last story. Out of Estonia.
Hell yeah.
An Estonian theater group has been performing Romeo and Juliet with construction trucks, heavy machinery. If you're in the Estonian area, I implore you to go see Romeo and Juliet as told by construction equipment.
Oh, it's beautiful.
There's no dialogue. There's no, I don't know what you call it. There's no set pieces. What you're seeing is what you get. There is fireworks. There is music. And they really try to recreate those pivotal scenes from Romeo and Juliet. For instance, when Tybalt and Mercutio have their duel and Tybalt kills Mercutio, they toss a car down the wall, the rock wall there, and watch it explode at the bottom. It is the perfect combination of Shakespeare and monster truck rallies. Bring it to America. We'll go see it. This is the exact kind of thing Chicago needs. We need more culture, and we need more cars being destroyed by other cars. It's simple math.
The balcony scene. How do they do the balcony?
Scene? Andre, there's a video. It's all over TikTok. I actually saw the video over the weekend. They have two cars come up and gently touch.
Oh, how romantic!
They back away. Anything you can do. Yeah. I want to know the. I do want to know the ending. I want to know how they pull off the spoilers. I want to see how they go out. Because what she
sugar in the tank?
Herself. She stabs herself. Yeah, how do you dip with sugar in the tank? Put a potato in the exhaust pipe, turn it on.
Oh man.
We should have done this when we were at Dig Las Vegas.
In Las Vegas.
There you go.
Yes.
If they ever make the mistake of putting me behind heavy machinery again, Hogue, I promise you, I will do that.
We'll do it.
We'll do it. Anyway. That's the news you need to know for Monday. We got JD coming in with a little bit more information and the return of the big board.
Ooh.
You stay sharp, Topstep TV. This has been James Harden with the news. I love you.
Bye-bye.
The lady from Kentucky definitely misunderstood Disney on Ice.
Oh, hey, Doom.
Doom, don't take my job. Don't take my job.
What up, Doom?
No. I cannot even put one of your shoes, sir.
Oh, it's so good.
I can't blame someone for needing a pick-me-up to get through a day at Disney World. I think
But it's Disney, there's kids. Yeah. Now Six Flags.
Six Flags.
Great America?
Yeah, Six Flags are nice.
CME night for Great America. All right, let's take a look at some of these prices. Doom is back in 23,221 quarter.
Headache powder.
Last trade. It said power on there too. 23,217. Take a look at the ES 6337. Last trade. 50-50 on the tilt. I think some selling did come in. Not seeing anything. Can't make a decision one way or another. To go crude. Crude did top up above $67. Top price 67.03 last trade, 66.83 gold in its range right now, 34.28. Seeing that price trade quite a bit. A lot of volume here on the ES ladder at these prices between 35 and 40. As we get into a few more minutes here in fast markets, got Doom. We got Deshaun in the house, both ranked on the big board. And we got a new big board unveiling in a few minutes here. I don't think we're going to get those 176s, Deshaun.
Yeah. I kind of just let it go.
Oh, good. So,
does James know what day of the week crackheads go to Disney so I don't go with the wife and the kid?
Here's me that stat. What a question.
What day that was? Wednesday? Oh, man.
Wednesday. Question in the chat here for Deshaun. How do you handle your trading psychology? How do you handle that? Your mental, your focus?
So usually, like, I'm traveling right now, but if I was at home in my setup, I keep index cards of my rules and everything. So I just try to follow everything and not break a rule, because every time I break a rule, trade always goes bad.
What are some of your rules you put on the next card?
So my risk management, I only risk a certain amount. If I lose too many trades, usually like 3 trades, I'm done. That's pretty much it.
Okay. So stick to a 3 and done. So if you go to the 4th and 5th, then you know, all right, you're chasing, right? You're chasing losses. Maybe even be on tilt a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can do the trade. Yeah, I mean there are you can do that. Your risk settings for trade limits, contract limits, trade limits, and for the week or for the day in Topstep X. But you seem like you pull a pretty cool cat. What does it look like when Deshaun gets on tilt? Or do you ever get on tilt?
No, I don't.
Damn, really?
Nice.
Yeah.
give us your secrets, man. Give us your secrets, because
right, give us the sauce, man.
I mean, lately I've just been trading like a little bit more aggressive. Like I will risk like locking the account for a day just for a move I see happening. Like if it does hit my loss limit, cool, I can come back the next day and get it back. Usually my TP, usually my wins are like 3 to 4 times as big as my losses. So
really,
I won't really be too mad if I hit the daily limit.
Yeah, because the stats say you're gonna you'll get it back on your next 2 trades, 3 trades, based on the statistics. That's right. You're always watching for the downside. You get nervous before you come on? Or you always just this cool?
The first time I actually was nervous. This time I'm not that nervous. Yeah. Well, the first time I wasn't trading. I was just talking. And this time I'm like talking and trading. So it's like in and out.
Yeah. Dre, do you ever feel like you forget how to? I feel like there's usually like 1 minute of panic at like 7 a.m. Monday morning of like, do I remember how to do this?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, sometimes I just like keep thinking like, dang, am I overthinking this? Am I getting in the right trade? Is this the right price, the right entry? Sometimes if I keep thinking that too much, I even like, you know what? Just look at the chart, trade off of what's in front of you and not what you're thinking and how you feel.
I agree. Yeah, Jack, especially while coming in like midweek, kind of like you did last week, like coming in on Tuesday or Wednesday for the first trade day of the week, it's very it's tricky. Like, what did I miss? What levels, what prices, what kind of volume, what news? And it's like, all right, here we go, we're getting back in. And I hope I'm seeing this right. That's why you manage your downside, right? Manage your downside, because you keep the math on your side. Have a losing day, fine, but you come back in. And the winners will take care of themselves as long as you manage the downside, manage the losers.
Yep.
All right. 10 minutes or so here in Fast Markets. We got that new big board unveiled. Very, very exciting for this.
So we went screaming up for the first half an hour of the day, and then traders said, no, this is perfect, actually. Let's just stay at this price.
What in control? Equilibrium. Finding the buyers and sellers have agreed upon a price. Hogue, so
with chill.
With chill, we'll stay here, right? We will stay here. We want to make sure we got time. We got time to bring this in. If we're good to go, good. I need a few minutes. JD, come on in. We got about 10 minutes or so for the new big board. JD, come on in. Very, very excited for this.
What is up, guys? First of all, we're going to go through some live trader performance bonuses. We've got some impressive ones to share with you today. A couple of traders, 3 traders, have hit tier 3 of the live performance bonus. They have unlocked it. Let's pull that up right now. First, the live profits that you see in the right column are based off of the way we're ranking the new big board, which I'll get more into in just a few minutes. But those are live profits that the traders have accrued over the last 30 days. So up at the top there, Daniel S. unlocked tier 3, $10,000, which means this trader has profited a total of $50,000 plus since we started this program back in early May. He's got 27 winning days since starting this account, going back to June 2nd is when Daniel got into this live funded account. It's taken over $60,000 in payouts since then, too. Impressive trading from Daniel S. Juan C., who we've all been hearing about quite a bit lately, also in the live funded account, hit tier 3 bonus with an impressive $8,900 trading day last week. Ranked number 14 on our new big board with $15,288 in profits. And our old pal Wazrak, who's been around forever. Wazrak's been in this live funded account. I thought I was reading it wrong, but he has completed 174 trading days in this live funded account. He's been in it since November 14th of last year. Wazrak, since opening this live account, has taken over $100,000 in payouts. Also hit tier 3. Didn't need much to hit tier 3, just $1,900. But he's ranked 55 on the current big board and unlocked tier 3 of the live performance bonus, $10,000 going into Wazrak's pocket. Big shout out to these 3 live funded traders hitting these bonuses. Just doing a great job. Again, tier 3, to unlock tier 3 is $50,000 in live trading profits going back to May 7th. There you have it. All right, guys, let's get to it. I know you all want to hear about the new big board, so I'm going to tell you about it right now. So we're changing things up for the sake of transparency and also due to popular demand. You sent us your feedback and we listened to it. We have changed the way that we're ranking live funded traders on the big board. Starting today, your rank on the big board will be based on your live funded account P&L. There are 2 different boards that we'll be sharing with you guys. We've got a 30-day running P&L board and also a monthly P&L board. The 30-day P&L board will rank traders based on their P&L over the last 30 trading days. We're calling this our in the zone board because these are our most dialed in traders, our most dialed in live funded traders, I should say. We also have a monthly competition board that we'll be sharing a little less frequently than the 30-day P&L board. This board will rank traders based on live P&L for that given month. So today is the 2nd trading day of August. So there's not a whole lot of data to share for our live funded traders just in one trading day. So we're going to wait till we gather some more. We'll probably share that board around mid-month and then a couple more times going into the end of the month so we can track who's winning on that board as we close out the month. And there will be a prize involved. Don't know what that prize is yet. We'll get back to you on it. A few of the metrics that we're tracking, we could pull up that board right now. I'll show you the top 10 traders and we'll look at some of these metrics. So you can see these are the top 10 funded traders of the last 30 days here at Topstep. Live funded traders, I should say. A few of the metrics that we're tracking for these traders are rank, previous rank, total payouts, average winning trade, average losing trade, winning trade percentage, best day, worst day, products traded, average winning trade duration, average losing trade duration, a few others, a handful of others. You get the point, right? So now that we're weighing traders by their most recent trading activity and not historical payouts, we expect to see some more volatility and position changes on these boards. And the competition to get on the big board will really start to heat up too, I think. So here it is. These are the top 10 live funded traders. We've got 15 more behind it that we're going to show in just a minute. But you can see right at the top there, Yassine, that's the trader's alias. P&L over the last 30 days, $45,858 trading gold. So our gold trader is the top ranked trader over the last 30 days here at Topstep. A couple other traders to note. Hua Feng, who we talk about quite a bit, has taken performance bonuses, lots of payouts. He's always on our P&L board. Jeremiah, Nato Trades, also been around for a while. Benjamin, Alyssa. Alyssa, we mentioned earlier today, took a nice $23,000 payout. Also, Johan, Stephen, and Daniel S. That rounds out the top 10 live funded traders over the last 30 days here at Topstep. I know some of you will probably have a few questions. Go ahead and put those together. I'll be around all day, so just drop them in the chat whenever you want. and we'll get to those. All right, let's check out our next 15. I won't read through all of these, but here are traders 11 through 15. Of the top 25 live funded traders, in 25th place, Brendan O. with $7,663 in total profits over the last 30 days. There is your big board. We're also going to be cleaning this up too and changing the way we present all this data. Just make it nice and pretty for everybody. But that is the new big board, everybody. Can't wait to dig into this a little deeper and get that competition board running. It's going to be great. All right, guys. Like I always say, get your cameras ready. Take your screenshots. If you are going to post these to social, make sure you tag Topstep. Hashtag Topstep. Topstep TV. Fast Markets. Power Hour. You know the drill. Let's do it.
Whoa.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. In the zone last 30 days. I like that because trading changes, you know. P&Ls change. Obviously, market state changes in the zone. Great stuff. JD, thank you for that. See, the competition
Now, that's transparency. That is transparency. I like it.
What are your thoughts there? Thoughts on that, Doom? On how it's being presented?
That's great for self-accountability and something Jerome mentioned. If you ever traded and, hoop the frog and forgot about it, just gets erased from your brain. Well, you get the chance to go on a website, go on Discord, see yourself messed up, and work on it so you don't forget. That's great. Oh, so you can compare yourself to other traders that are doing a little bit better than you is. What makes them better?
Awesome.
It's all in the numbers. It's all in the numbers.
100%.
I love it. I love it. That's great. Nobody does that. That's great.
No one does that.
No one does that. That's how it's supposed to be.
It is. It's definitely how trading is. Yeah, and in the zone. Deshaun, did you know you're number 23 on In the Zone? Are you aware of that? Number 23, MJ, in the zone. Are you indeed in the zone, Deshaun? You're on mute. You're on mute. You're in the zone.
So excited.
Yeah, I don't blame you. You're in the zone, man.
Come on, Kukumba.
All good. We got about we're coming up on time, Deshaun, but we got the Thunderdome coming up next with Alfie and Chad. Two traders entered. Deshaun, any last words before we get out of here? Doom, I see the market's grinding and going higher. Deshaun, thank you for coming on Fast Markets. You are number 23 in the zone big board. Thoughts on that? Oh, man, he's speechless. He is speechless. All right, thank you for coming on. Doom, thank you for coming on. Keep us posted on how this trade goes on. Deshaun, as always, love having you on here. See those performance bonuses, also $10,000. Absolutely love to see that. We got big things coming up. We got the Thunderdome with Chad and Alfie. Then we got morning recap coming up after that. We also have Top Quiz, because it's a Monday here on Topstep TV. Are we going to make new highs in the NASDAQ? I know Doom sure wants it to. With that being said, this is Topstep TV. Let's go. Thunderdome next. Come on.
Good afternoon. Today we're at Parsons Chicken and Fish at the corner of Humboldt and Armitage in Chicago. I'm here with JD, Dolby, my wife, Bree, James. This place has some special history with me. It's also known for frozen drinks and fried foods. So let's see how it goes.
Starting off with the corn fritter here. I lost the zesty dipping sauce, so I'm going
Raw dog.
I'm raw dogging it. Very, very rich.
Some dipping sauce.
All right, too late. I'm already done.
First frozen drink, JD, we have the original Negroni slushy.
Let's do it. First sip. A little bitter, a little sweet, delicious. Nice frozen drink on a hot day in Chicago.
All right, here we have the Nashville chicken hot sandwich. We'll do a first bite here. Oh man, coleslaw, that's some lingering heat. Very good. I'm gonna give it 11 out of 12 eggs.
We have the Dr. Coconut Parsons play on a pina colada. Let's find out how it tastes. Oh yeah, you get the bite of the rum, a hint of the coconut. I call this the danger one. You could drink 12 of these and your keys will start talking to you like the Green Goblin mask. I'm gonna give this one 8 out of 10. I know, shocking because I usually give it 10 out of 10, but this is an 8 out of 10.
It's called a Bright and Sunny. It's a bit of a mystery cup.
I got like a melon flavor, sort of like a cantaloupe or honeydew, thank you.
Well, Dolby is industry, or was industry. That's shockingly complicated. I like it, but I think if I had to do the rankings, it would go Mr. Coconut, Negroni, bright and sunny, but this is still like a good 7 out of 13. There we go. It's Topstep TV. Let's go.
Telling me, hey, we got this.
Welcome back to Topstep TV and the Thunderdome. I'm Jay. That's Dolby Time in the middle there. We got one of our competitors. We are still looking for Alfie. Alfie should be joining us soon. We got Chad. Chad, if it's just you, you're gonna be in the eye of the storm by yourself. You already got the captain's hat on. You're ready to go. How we doing today, Chad?
Doing good. It's an early morning here in Hawaii, 6 a.m., and I am ready to go. Coffeeed up, Adderalled up.
Ready to go. Has the Pac-Man shirt on, the captain's hat. Dolby Time, how you feeling today?
I'm doing great, Jay. I had such a fun weekend. I went to the Wisconsin State Fair yesterday.
Okay.
And I got to say, those Wisconsinites know how to party.
Yeah.
Party. It is just
Never been.
a slice of Americana, man. Real true slice of Americana up there at the Wisconsin State Fair. So I had a wonderful time. But I'm excited it's a Monday because I'm a trader, and us traders like Mondays, unlike everybody else. So markets are open, waiting on Alfie. I think Chad might have intimidated him with his bedazzled captain's hat. So maybe Alfie is changing into something more intimidating, but he will be back. Otherwise, the good news is, Jay, is that we have done this show before, just like
yes,
this.
we have.
So
Yes,
if we can't get
we
Alfie,
have.
guess what? Not a huge deal. There's always tomorrow. And we can just do what we normally do here, which is look at these markets, take some trades. If something presents itself, have a good time.
Absolutely. So speaking of which, Chad, any trades you take today? Anything you're looking at in the markets right now? I know it's early for you.
No, I mean I hate to short this market at the moment, but I kind of like the Hawaiian time in some cases because it opens back up at 10 a.m. on Sunday. No, let's see, 12 on Sunday. So that because I already closed out a few XFAs in profit yesterday, locked them up. So that's good. And I got a couple others that are ready to trade. I would normally want to short this, and I was kind of going in with a bias of short, just looking at Hoag's key levels and how the direction seems to be lower. But so I don't know really at the end of the day if this is going to turn into sort of a sell-off or if we just grind higher and that was a buy the dip situation. I don't know.
Yeah, these markets do seem like they kind of are just slow grinding up. Pretty quick start to the morning. Right out of the gate, we saw that nice rally in the NASDAQ. We slowed down a little bit, but we aren't far off of highs of the day, currently trading 23,263, high of the day, 23,270 and a half. And Chad, I made an assumption, but you are trading the NASDAQ, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm trading the NASDAQ if I can see an opportunity. Otherwise, I might switch to the micro and Qs. Sometimes if I'm just looking for 10, 20 points, I would love to knock out one full NQ, but I don't know. Maybe
Depends
want
on
to
the
start
setup.
out a little slower.
Depends on the setup. What were you saying, Dolby?
So that would be sweet. Full
that
full
would be sweet.
NASDAQ. Yeah, I just opened my charts actually. What a move today. You're already up.
Yeah, right out of the gate. I mean, we had the
Significant
sell-off last Friday. We had a pretty nice overnight move and just some real nice continuation here. The NASDAQ's up about a 1.5% right now. We'll see how much room is left in this move, but
yeah, I mean, it felt like the apocalypse, Jay, with NASDAQ down 2 days in a row. Pretty big amount. We went from
It's not allowed.
23,850 down to 22,800, almost 1,000 points. And now we're nearly back up half of it. That's totally insane. So
yeah, it was starting to feel like about 2 months ago when we got that like third big bar. I was starting to wonder if today was going to be that third big bar down, but it has not been.
No, it has not. Yeah, these are extremely resilient markets. Let's take a look at the S&P really quick. High of the day, 63.48 half. Currently trading 2 points below that, 63.46. I saw someone in the green room, but we'll get him on here in a second. Chad, when you come into the middle of the day like this, you haven't taken a trade. This is normally what has the potential to be a slower time of the day. What do you look at to get you into something here? Is it a longer time frame? Is it are you looking for scalp
right
trades?
now I'm looking at the 15-minute chart, and I would probably take a cheap short up around 23,300. And if it cleared above like 23.40, I would go in long if it was holding above that because I feel like we got a lot of white space up here.
23,340
from there. Yeah, so cheap short around 23,300. I would be scared to take it where it's at quite right now. I'd probably want to go long, thinking we'd reach up to there. This is looking at the 15-minute chart, kind of using it as a bias.
Okay.
On the 3-minute is what I trade on normally. I'm a crack addict.
I'm with you then because I trade on the 3-minute all the time.
Yeah, it's I feel like I can see the tails come in a little bit sooner than the 5-minute and kind of get a feel. But it's always funny when you trade the 3-minute and then you later, if you don't look at the bias time frame, higher time frame first, and you go back, you're like, oh, well, of course I should have known that.
Every time.
Doorbell.
Yeah. So looking at the 15-minute, I think we still have some room to the north side, or at least another 20, 30 points.
Chad, I think we found our competition. Alfie, how we doing today?
Doing good, doing good. I had Thunderstruck replaying in my head all weekend because the name of this AC/DC.
Alfie was in the gym getting hyped up for the Thunderdome. All right, so let's do it. Chad, Alfie, we'll introduce you guys to our chat. You guys have seen these guys on the show before, but we're doing a little something different this week. This is the Thunderdome, and we're gonna have Chad and Alfie trading it up during this hour for the next 5 days. I think the plan is to track the cumulative P&L for the week and see who comes out on top. We got Chad, the sailor, with the captain's hat over there, and Alfie. We'll see what kind of gas you have in the goose this week, Alfie. To trade it up. Any trades you taken today at all, Alfie, or are we all starting flat?
I've been run over both ways since I saw you last. So I got run over to the long side on Friday and then run over to the short side on Monday. But it's it's at least a new afternoon, right? So we're all good. Happy to keep going. Yeah, looking at gold at the minute. It's quite nice.
What time zone are you in, Alfie?
I'm in the UK, Chad.
Okay. So what time is it there now?
It is 5:13. Yeah.
5:13. Wow.
PM. PM.
This is a battle across the globe. This is a global competition here. A full 12 hours.
6:15 a.m. here.
Oh, good stuff, man. Have you had your coffee?
I'm having the coffee. Have you had your beer?
Nice.
A battle that spans the globe. If you guys do take any trades, let us know. Dolby and I are here to commentate it all. We'll be your wrestling announcers here, and we'll call in the fight. But Alfie, you said you're looking at gold. What are you looking at here?
Starts at 304.40 for me. So anything, if we're starting the week, that's the balance. I'll probably be using the same XFA throughout.
Cool. Yeah, we're not going to be measuring your balance as much as we're actually going to write down your scores at the end of each segment, and we're going to add those up. So we're not going to be counting trades that are taken off screen. It's only going to be the trades you take on screen during this segment for the next 5 days. And Gabe has been kind enough to make a spreadsheet to help us keep track. So feel free. The games have begun. Games have begun. So feel free if you guys all see a trade, hop into something.
Dolby, do you have poll abilities? Could you put up a poll in the chat? Who do you think is going to win for the week? Is it going to be Alfie or Chad? Let us know, chat. Let us know.
Yes.
And, if you guys do see any trades, let us know here.
I think we're actually dropping a form, to be honest. We don't even need a poll.
Oh. Okay, there you go.
Let's jump in. I've jumped in on gold here. I've put -3 macros, so 34, 31, -3 short. I'm only going to go, I'm like risking 400 because it's Monday. And yeah, I want to be here tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So
absolutely. All right, so talk to us a little bit there, Alfie. What were you seeing in gold? You are in short right now. Hopped into the Thunderdome and took a trade almost right away. What are you seeing here in gold?
It's more just a hunch, if anything, Coach J, just because I saw the NASDAQ breakout and I'm wondering if we get that rotation down on gold. I know there was a big spike up on Friday with all this like nuclear escalations.
Okay.
But you know, maybe it kind of comes down just because they're letting their foot off the gas as on the Nasdaq. They might slowly kind of unwind some gold positions. In terms of structure, I've just gone very. I'm probably going to get tagged out quite quickly here, if at all. So I just wanted to see like an immediate reversion, but again, we'll see. I'll take a $30 hit, or
Okay.
we break that low of this 5 p.m. candle pretty much down here. So I suppose that'll be my take profit. Yeah, $100.
So
Wow,
Alfie
no
is
fear.
short. None at all.
Jumping right in. Jumping right in.
Short a couple micros,
May not.
33, 31, 40. Go ahead, Chad.
I was gonna say I may just not trade and just still win.
Yeah, you may well, mate. You may well.
This will be the
Entirely
quickest
possible.
$500 for the week I made.
There's a
entirely
Confucius
possible.
quote in there somewhere, isn't there? Let your enemy make the mistake before you do anything.
I'm probably gonna take 3 micros short here, and it's gonna be a cheap short with one ad before I stop above. Not exactly the best Thomas, best loser wins, but it's a setup.
Right now, gold tilt 70% long, average price 34.28. 62% in the profit right now. 70%, pretty heavy tilt there. Everything else is pretty much 50-50 across the board. Alfie short 3 micros. You have a profit target on these, Alfie, or are you just looking for lower?
I'm looking for $100 on this trade in and of itself, so 34.28. And then I'll kind of reconsider where it's at. I mean, it could go a lot lower. I'm just playing in this hour. I want to stay at least within inside this hourly candle. So if we get a break of that lower IB, I'm out. Just kind of take that $100 and build it into the buffer. So hopefully I can risk it a bit more as the week progresses. But yeah, until I've got that buffer, I don't think I'll be swinging for the fences too much.
Nice, got a
I
plan.
made a mistake here. Actually, I did not have my chart linked, so I'm short gold as well.
Let's go.
What do we got going on here? Little sleight of
I'm
hand.
wondering why I'm not seeing my my average price here, and it's because
I've been there, man.
where
Off
am
to
I?
a interesting start here. Interesting.
Usually, when
15-second
that
chart.
happens, I can change the chart link here, right?
It is in add chart link, upper middle of your chart.
Yeah, I'm clicking that. I'm getting okay.
And then it adds it under the indicator list, and you need to change the color from there.
Yep.
Discipline works. Must have voted for Chad there and wants to know, is it too late to change your vote? Once the vote's submitted, it's locked in. Chad's gonna write this ship.
Well, you know what? Right now, this is playing out well, so I like being I'm
yeah,
it was intentional, right? It was intentional.
Yep.
This is what he
The
meant to
universe
do,
works in mysterious ways here.
doesn't it?
But I still want my link to work. I don't know why.
Yeah, add
here
chart
we go.
link. No, that's not it.
Wait, I did the add chart link.
It's hiding behind
Usually
your.
that would do.
Oh, it is. Jay's right. So move that bar right underneath VWAP.
Got it.
There it is. Yeah, then go to settings, 2 to the right.
Got it.
And then change your
I
color.
should know this by now. I have had this happen a few times in my life when you like ended up 3 long in queue and you meant to have 3 long in queues, and then you realize quickly.
It's like,
but I'm actually liking your short
how
on
am I
gold.
down so much money so fast? It's like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Usually like to hop right out of those trades. Just
And when that
click the
happens,
flat and
it's
all button.
always on the downside.
Always. Almost always. How come it never goes to the upside, huh? Not fair.
Yes.
Coach Hoop calling out some size on the books here in the S&P. We got a 900 lot at 63.44 in the S&P, currently trading 63.44 and a quarter. Has been a lot of size on the order books today. Do you guys talk to us a little bit about your strategy? Chad, Chad, what are you looking at in order to take a trade? We
I
know you said
do if I'm trading after hours, which is normally my best time of day, especially in Hawaii. Sometimes it's my only. I mean, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the last 2 hours of the trading day. So, like, besides that, it's after hours, and I'm not really. I've tried to do the wake up at 3:30 in the morning for open, and it doesn't work well. So when it comes to the dome, after hours is pretty important. I use it more for the ES than I do for because it's a little bit more orderly for the NQ.
Okay.
And I usually just look more for gaps. On the NQ, I used to look for big orders, but it would just once it got past it, it would just blow past it. So I stopped using it as like a short bias. You know, if it was it looked like a strong sell order.
Got you. Alfie, how you feeling over there? You kind of set the pace getting into short gold here, and your competitor over there, Chad, he's just letting you set the pace, right? He just said, "Go ahead, I'll follow
Yeah,
you."
yeah.
How you feeling over there?
Are you in micros though, or are you in? Is he got a full contract?
Oh, I'm in micros, Chad, and yeah, I feel good. I think it's a long week ahead. 3 micros is manageable. My risk is tight. There's no reason me and Chad can't walk out of this together, both in the green,
Absolutely.
right? So
That's the
yeah,
ideal.
I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah, that is the ideal outcome. Both traders green on the week. 5 days of trading with each other. We don't have to call it trading against each other, but we will be tracking the P&Ls. But these markets are big enough for all of us to win. So let's see how we do here. Gold's currently trading 34, 30, 60. 66% long in the tilt now, so it did pare back just a little bit. We saw it at 70%. 52% of that tilt in the green. From an average price of 34.2870. 34.2870.
Well,
Dolby, how are you looking at
got a
these
feeling
markets?
there's
Go ahead, Alfie.
Oh no, sorry, go ahead. No, I was just going to
Nope.
say something stupid, really. No, it was going to be the angles are going to get progressively worse as the week progresses, and probably as my P&L changes, as I'm kind of like going in and towards the screen as I tilt. So yeah, just a heads up, chat / you guys.
Moving around the markets. Dolby, we got both traders in gold right now. From a range perspective, how are you seeing gold? Do you have gold data? You're on mute, Dolby.
Sorry, I do not have gold data.
Gotcha.
I can pull it up in like a Combine account or just like off to the side here. I think for gold, for gold, it has been for me about that. I don't trade gold first off, but that Dorito pattern is still ridiculous in gold. That's
Yes, it
all
is.
I'm really looking at is the daily
On the
Dorito. It is the biggest Dorito I think I've ever seen in any market ever. It is the gold daily Dorito pattern. So with that being said, I mean, I'd probably be bullish, looking to see if we can go from the higher low to the lower high. So that'd be around like 34.80. But depends on what time frame you're trading. But I would anticipate us to try to go up and test that, and then probably go back down again once we test the upper bounds. Nice series of consolidations that we've broken out of in gold. But it depends on these traders' time frame, right? How long are they holding trades for? What their objectives are in the trade. We've seen plenty of traders take shorts against broader uptrending markets and do just fine. So it's all about their strategy and what they are seeing and what their time frame is too. The day traders.
Oh my god.
Stuff.
So far,
Good
this is
stuff.
playing out better than my MNQ would have.
World works in mysterious ways.
Chad, what about you? I know it was an accidental trade, but you are liking the trade that you're in right now. Do you see some downside targets?
Yeah.
Does this fit a playbook that you would normally take?
I mean, I rarely trade gold, but when I do, I've done pretty well with ranges. Whenever it's been on its crazy runs, when it was running up to 3,500, I did well on that, just in a trend. But I like where this is at now. Probably set my target down here next to this bottom tail.
Looking pretty good so
I'm on
far.
3 micros.
Heard an order filled there. Who was that there?
Yeah, I just took one off there just to make myself feel a bit more comfortable.
Okay.
So plus $19. leaving the rest to run a little bit lower. I think it's going to hit my target in a second.
It's looking pretty good right
Yeah,
now.
pretty much. I 10%ed it there, so I'm going to let the rest run. So plus $48.
Okay. Good start here, Alfie. We do have overnight VWAP in gold, down at 34.1970. Trade looking pretty good. And Alfie
Flat now.
flat there. What's P&L there, Alfie?
$85.
$85. Nice start.
Nice
Good trade.
start.
Now the challenge is not to long it.
I just went flat, thinking I'll get a better entry. So I'm 116 P&L.
There we go.
Ooh.
There we go.
Hey.
Two traders taking
like
gold shorts, both positive P&Ls. Alfie up $85, Chad up 116. Was that right, Chad?
Yep.
$116 to start the week. Again, these two will be trading with each other for the entire week. And because they're trading against each other the entire week, we don't want any bandwagon fans, any front runners, no submitting votes on Thursday after one of these guys has a $5,000 day. So there's a form in the chat. We want you to fill out that form. Today is the only day to vote. The prize for choosing the correct winner. If you choose the correct winner, you will receive a free reset at the end of the week. So you're gonna pick either Chad or Alfie. Today is the only day to get that form submitted. Again, no bandwagon fans here. And if you pick the right one, you get a free reset at the end of the week. Who'd you vote for? Chad,
We
did
are
you vote for
looking at
yourself?
those submissions. We are looking at those submissions. No fading yourself, Alfie or Chad.
That'd be an interesting strategy, right?
I'll
take the free reset and just tank.
Alfie, I'm good either way. I get 500 or I get a free reset, whatever.
Yeah, right. Run the math on that.
That is
one.
called a hedge. That is called a hedge.
Yes, it is. Traders doing the math. Shocker. Didn't see that happening.
I have a buddy who gamble or he bets on his sports that way. He always bets for the team he doesn't want, so that way he's always happy.
I gotta say, if you're a Bears fan, you're probably doing pretty good. You would certainly be happier, and you'd
Right.
probably also be richer. No
Yeah.
lie there.
Bet
I'm
against the
actually
Bears,
looking
make
to get
money.
back in this short, but I'm just waiting for a little bit more of a spike.
Still rocking the GC. I gotta say, if I think I would actually enjoy moving to Hawaii, Chad, because I find myself enjoying the 1 to 3 p.m. hours of trading quite a bit more than the open. So that'd be perfect. What time is that open for you? 8 to 10
I never
a.m.
really did good on the open anyway. It was, yeah. It's more just like trying to follow where things are at through the day that you don't really have that catch up. I never really traded the open well anyway, so.
It's so hard. I think the open's the hardest time to trade, to be honest. So to be able to actually sleep in through all of it and then just wake up fresh at 8 a.m. for 1 to 3 sounds dreamy for an end-of-day trader.
Yeah.
Short. I went short again on the Nasdaq now, so I'm short 3 micros, 270. I'm not sure where I'm going to put my stop, but I like what I'm seeing, so I might move it up a little bit, give it some breathing room.
Interesting trade there. I know we were in a short in the house account, I believe, during fast markets after a failed upside auction. We looked above the initial balance. We didn't get the follow through to the downside, but it looks like there is some potential volume coming in right now. Tilt in the equities pretty much flat, but we got Alfie in a short here. What price are you short from, Alfie?
270 and a half.
270 and a half.
I was looking at taking that same, but I don't want to just copy trade you.
Hey, it worked the first time.
But I like the short here too, though. It worked on gold. You're right.
Just stick to your strategy. Maybe you guys have the same strategy. See who executes it better. Honestly, here's the thing, though. Like, both of you could get into the exact same trade, but how you end up managing it will completely change the outcome.
That's a great point, Toby.
Very true.
So even if you just go
I'm
trade
hoping
for
this
trade,
week will stress that. I'm really hoping this week will stress that to myself as well. It's quite nice, like psychologically, to come in. I mean, today I effed up a little bit, but for the rest of the week with my XFAs, I think I'm just going to set them aside until like now. So it's just going to be quite a nice break from doing 8 o'clock my time till 8 in the evening at times. Obviously not all 12 hours, but it's going to be nice just to have like a cutout period to trade in. So I'm looking forward to it.
And I hate to trade BNL completely, but I can't help but look at the fact that they've changed it now to 150 days, right? Kind of like the fact that I'm $30 away from that does kind of impact my trading. I don't know how much I want to risk. Only because if it was like wasn't close to that, then I would be. And if we can get it in like 400 or 500, I'll push it more. But if we're gonna end the day at 149, I'm gonna push for that dollar.
That makes sense.
Yeah. What do you risk on that though? Do you risk going red on the day, or how does that work?
I would risk probably. I wouldn't want to risk going red on the day with that. It depends on this account too, because it's a 150 with plenty of MLL. I maybe I might, depending on where we're at in the day and how much time is left. If I start to see some momentum to the downside, I might jump in on it.
Gotcha. Real quick on this form, one more time. Gabe is going to keep the form up for another 15 minutes. Well, another 13 minutes now. Alfie, I hear already filled.
Yeah, sorry, I just got out plus 123.
Nice. Nice. We are going to keep that form up for another 11 minutes. If you want to know who is who, Alfie is right below Dolby, and the names are right there as well. Shout out to the production team. You guys do a great job at what you do. We got Alfie's name right there, and then we have Chad with the captain's hat on. So cast your vote. Winner will be decided by the end of the week on Friday. The end of Thunderdome on Friday. If you pick the correct winner, you will receive a free reset. So get that form filled out and choose your fighter. Choose your fighter.
Choose a little Mortal Kombat reference there. Okay.
Yeah, right. Do we have a news break that we want to go to here and see we are at time? Bringing in some news. Or am I?
Let's double check. We are not doing on this day. Are we doing news? Gabe is going to let us know in just a moment.
Yeah, he will.
Where is the form? At the top of chat. Top of chat.
Adobe.
Pinned. It is pinned at the top of chat.
I go in long on the MNQ, thinking this is just a zombie crawl that just keeps running.
Okay.
That's what I was afraid of, Chad.
Yeah, nice out there. Nice out there, Alfie. Chad, what price are you long from?
Oh, thank you.
23,206. 23,271.
23,271. A couple micros.
Yeah, 3.
Nice. So interesting here. I think what could happen, Dolby, you were talking about, position management, and we could see the traders getting in the same position, but seeing different P&Ls. Do you guys both always trade 3 micros in these accounts, or is this just for?
I often do.
Okay,
that's usually my go-to.
Yeah, I wish I did. When I'm in control, absolutely. But full transparency, sometimes that combine counter racks up for me, and as does the XFA counter. And when I look back on the times this happened, even recently, it's always been when I've strayed from maybe like max 5-6 micros. So yeah, 3 is a bit of a sweet spot. I like 1 mini sometimes if I'm feeling very confident, but it's Monday. I don't want to push the boat out too much.
Yeah.
This is a long
I will say that although I go in 3s, I tend to also average in and out. My best trades are usually in a range where I'll be short or long depending on if it's in the range. So as it's dropping, I can end up going long, and then as it's popping, I can end up going short, and then I just get effed whenever it breaks the range.
Spoken like a true range trader.
I'll go like maybe up to 21 contracts overall, maybe micros, but just like in this case, let's say we drew a box here, just lined up. 33333 down, and kind of playing that range until it breaks it.
I like
And then
that.
my trouble typically is not wanting to admit on a zombie crawl long usually that the range was broken. I'm thinking it's going to become a tail, or you know what I mean? And that's really where I need to be getting out. And because by that time you've already added up. Now you're basically 2 full contracts if you got 20 micros.
Yeah. So are you doing something similar, Chad, to what I've done before, which is you kind of layer in your orders, like, a couple points apart and like see what gets filled? Or how are you doing it if we're trying to size up?
Yeah, something like that, but it depends on the size of the range. But I would say it depends on what I'm trading. I'm usually trading the micro in Q. So if the reason I went long here is because I kind of see it just zombie crawling out of this range here. So I would normally have wanted to be short, but once I see it start crawling up above this, I know
it's
you
time
don't know
to
that I necessarily.
time to cut.
Yeah, because what happens is then I spend an hour like in the hope land.
No
Not a
hoping in
place you wanna
Hawaii.
be.
No hoping in
Uh,
Hawaii.
I saw some cheering in the chat. Ali said, "Let's go, Chad." So in the chat, we know Alfie, one of your taglines on the show when you came on here was you wanted to see if there was more gas in the goose. And Chad, you got that captain's hat on. So let's get a goose in the chat if you are voting for Alfie, and a vote in the chat if you're voting for Chad. Let us know who you're supporting, and remember, one of these guys is going to get you a free reset towards the end of the week. So want to see him do well. Geese in the chat for Alfie. Boats in the chat for Chad.
Both of them float. Very aquatic. Got a nice theme going.
Which one does a storm affect more, boats or geese? Hey, this is the Thunderdome.
I don't know. That's a good point. Yeah.
Geese. Chad long 3 micro Nasdaq currently from 23 270 175. Alpha, you got out of that short in a pretty good location. We did see a bounce from there. Any trades you're looking at right now, or sitting on your hands?
I'm kind of lamenting that I got out of gold so early a little bit. But hindsight's 2020, right? So yeah, just keeping my eyes on things. I don't hate the long in the Nasdaq just because I'm very much a retail state of mind person. I think bet the kitchen sink on this thing going down to zero, and normally fading that instinct does me quite well. But at this point, I'm going to sit and wait. I'll give it another 5 minutes, see what happens, see if there's any flavor either side, and then jump back in. I've been trying to look at some more exotic pairs actually as well recently, like YM. Maybe that's not that exotic, but it is for me. See if I can get any opportunities there.
I like YM.
Yeah, YM's a great
YM,
one.
you could easily trade an E-mini or two and be totally fine. So if you're, I don't know, if you don't like trading micros for whatever reason, you still want to trade indices, check out the YM. I think it moves at about $5 a tick, but it moves much slower than the NASDAQ does. But you could easily trade 2 E-minis on there if you wanted to. Or if you want to trade really, really small micros, very little P&L variance, probably would do pretty good. The MYM. Oh, somebody's
in.
It's breaking this. I think it's going
let's-
back to the short side.
Let's put that theory to the test. I am one YM, short, from 42 to 12. Yeah, I'm just going to see how this goes. If Nasdaq keeps the momentum, I'm going to look for that.
Ooh, sell
to
off here.
roll as well.
We'll sell off here in the Nazi.
Nasdaq selling a bit. Alfie now in the Dow.
I may hit my
short.
I may hit my stop here.
Where do you have that?
If it breaks below
COA set?
here, I would want to be going short.
Another market I do not have access to is the Dow.
Currently trading 44,206. Dolby, I got you. And Alfie, what price are you short from here?
212.
212.
Ooh, nice.
Trade so far.
Yep. Alfie's trading a full E-mini in the YM. And how is it so far? It's not too bad, right? Not too shabby.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I probably have my face ripped off in Nasdaq by now. But yeah,
Probably.
all good, all good.
Excellent.
Dolby, they said you're pulling an Andre and calling 10 points a sell off. That's one of the biggest moves we had during this segment so far. We know this is a lower volume time most of the time. Middle of the day, after fast markets, the markets do slow down. Sometimes we see volume pick up, and that was the biggest move we had so far.
I gotta say, when you're on like a 1 minute chart, everything looks pretty significant, and then you're on like a 5 minute or a 15 minute, and it's like, okay, maybe
Relax.
that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Maybe I could relax a little bit. Yeah. All right. Since we are seeing markets slow down a little bit, I know we do have these guys in a trade. We do have some news. Let's throw it to that really quick.
Tesla's board has awarded CEO Elon Musk a pay package worth about $29 billion. Musk is not paid a cash salary or bonus for his work as head of the electric vehicle maker. Instead, Musk makes his money through stock options that allow him to purchase Tesla shares for a fraction of their market price. Musk is Tesla's largest individual shareholder, owning about 13% of the company. In a letter to shareholders on Monday, Tesla said it's been 8 years since Musk has received what it says is meaningful compensation. This letter also notes legal efforts continue to reinstate his 2018 compensation package. This pay package would give Musk 96 million shares of Tesla, each of which trades at just over $300. Musk would have to pay roughly $23 for each of those shares. Several months ago, a Delaware court rejected for a second time Musk's 2018 performance award following a shareholder lawsuit. Musk is currently appealing the court order.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, Gabe. 96 million shares of Tesla. Is that what he just said?
Hey, the man.
$30 billion in value
man.
In shares. What a hat. Where did you get that hat from? Trump was right about everything. Did you see that?
I mean, when you have almost $30 billion, Jay, you could probably make it happen.
Yeah. I would assume he's not shopping at what was that store in the mall? Was it Zoomies or something like that? I'm assuming Elon. That looks like that's where that hat came from.
Hot Topic.
Hot Topic, yeah, that looks like a hat from Hot Topic. I'm assuming Elon's not shopping at Hot Topic, but that looks like where that hat came from. But it's probably custom.
100%.
All right, we got Alfie in a short here. Chad still in a long. Chad, where's your CYA on that trade?
My what?
Where's your stop? Where's your stop on that trade?
23,237. That would really mean it kind of broke the last. I mean, we're back into the range at that point. I mean, I know it's only these 3-minute candles, but I do sort of see these little tails coming in, and so I'm hoping that we get that push up to the next level. I'm not loving this. I would probably rather be on the short side, but the moment I switch,
yep,
this thing will skyrocket.
I mean, we're at the bottom of a 5-minute range. In the NQ and the MNQ, maybe there's some support at those 250s. So range over range, potentially. Never know. Never know what's going to happen in the NASDAQ.
Yeah, anything can happen. That form. Click the link on that form pinned to the top of the chat to place your votes. Remember, one of these guys is going to get you a free reset if you pick the right fighter. We got Alfie. We got Chad. Chad with the sailor hat. Alfie. Mr. Gas in the Goose, currently short in the Dow. But we will be bringing that form down soon, and today will be the only day to vote, so we don't have any bandwagon fans choosing after the fact who's out, who's in.
I'm filled on my stop, so back to plus $20 at the minute.
Okay.
That's 20, nice. Okay. Gave it a shot in the YM. How was it? How'd you like it? Do you trade a lot of YM? What was your experience like?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, obviously wrong way, but it's all good. Yeah, fine. It kind of traded like micro trade, to be honest. $90.
Okay.
$90
And that
for
got
I
you
think it's about
about 10 points?
yeah, roughly
10 points a
speaking.
row? Yeah, nice.
Not bad. George says, "Let's go. We need to get this shit on DraftKings." George, if you know somebody, let us know. We'll put it up there.
Looking at the chat, thanks for all the boats.
Yeah, I saw a ton of boats, a bunch of
Lot of
different ones as
boats.
well. Some cruise ships, some sailboats.
Alfie, you got to spice up your on-air wardrobe game if you want to get those votes. Chad came in hot with the bedazzled captain's hat.
Yeah.
UK versus America.
That's right.
Yeah,
12-hour
well,
time
if you want to make it
difference.
like that, let's I'll see what I can do.
What would be your go-to if you had to get a hat, Alfie? If you were to impress the people across the globe, what hat would you put on?
I don't know if it would impress or polarize, to be honest. No, I'm joking. I don't know, probably just a West Ham one, if not a MAGA one, right? Just to stir the boats.
Yeah, that'll get the votes. There you go.
And I could
Trump
just blame if it
Elon.
didn't on it rigging.
Elon will send you one. You ask him kindly.
Trump was right about everything. What a hat.
Then we'll wonder if the vote, if their vote is really true. The all of the ducks in the sales. We'll have to have a recount. Oh, yes.
That's right. We'll do a recount. I'm sure someone will ask for the forms to be resubmitted later in the week, and then we'll have to fight them about that. That should be exciting. This is going to be an awesome day. I'm trying to get next week locked down. I do believe the next week's competition is going to be, I'm like 90% sure, the Battle of the Fatimas. We're going to have Fatima B and Fatima M. I've had verbal
See what you're doing there, Dolby.
confirmations from both. So we're going to see how this pans out. But that should also be a very fun next week for the Thunderdome. And then
See what you're doing there, Dolby.
I'm just making a schedule. Jay. That's it. I'm trying to do most entertaining schedule we can do. Topstep TV. But we'll see. Maybe we'll reach out to the public in general, and maybe there are some people out there with XFA accounts who want to hop into the Thunderdome. Maybe some guests we've never seen before are interested in competing. So once we knock out these first 2 weeks, maybe we'll open it up to the masses out there. See how it goes. Of course, chat, if you ever have any feedback on this brand new segment, let us know. Love feedback here.
I have to say, I do like these changes, right? The chat has some skin in the game now because somebody's winning a free reset at the end of this. Somebody's in again. What do we got?
That's right.
That's me. I'm back in on gold now. Alongside, I've gone 3 micros. Yeah, we're gonna risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, I like it. Swept the previous low from about the London close at 432. Failed to go lower so far. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more space and then see what we can get out of these next 10, 11 minutes.
Wow, segment has flown by.
Yeah, it has.
Episode
Got a lot
1
of trades
of
on.
5.
A couple different markets.
Yeah, this is cool. Honestly, Jay, we've seen more different markets traded in this 1 hour than we've probably seen ever in the first opening 3 hours
In a
of
month.
Topstep. Yeah, we got some YM, got some gold. I think micro NASDAQ a little bit, or was supposed to be micro NASDAQ and it turned into gold. YM
Chad, are you still in there?
I'm still in on this. It was almost break even, and I was tempted to go flat just because I feel like maybe we're in a new range, and I don't want to be at the top of the range, but I'm just holding.
Nice.
Come up.
And I do believe so. I guess this is how it's going.
$30 down. It's not the worst.
Mm-hmm.
If it pops above here, I think that's some good. It's good risk reward. I think.
Yeah, I mean, do it. Take that trade. Let's go NASDAQ for our 401ks.
The form has officially been taken down, so we want to thank you all for your submissions. Remember, you guys are voting for who is going to win this week, so your submissions should already be placed. We are going to be tracking cumulative P&L for the week. And if you voted for Alfie, get a free reset at the end of the week if he wins it. If you voted for Chad, he's going to invite you out to his yacht, and we can all celebrate our free resets there.
You'll personally boat
Buy
over.
some
Even if you're
yachts.
landlocked, Chad will find a way to get to your state, pick you up, take a lap around the world. Maybe go visit Alfie, actually. That'd be fun. Have you taken your boat up there before, Chad? To the British Isles?
BVI, or you mean like England?
England?
I'm looking for this market to rotate all the way up to the gap close from Thursday to Friday, 63.58 and a quarter, before maybe finding some way to turn around. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. We had a couple of trades there. I'm going to go in the 30-minute again. We did open with a gap to the upside. It was not filled in the NASDAQ. The opening range was not necessarily the dead-ass low. However, that IB low was just after the opening range. I'm going to go to a shorter time frame here and talk about a little bit about a couple of the trades that were taken. Doom got long 3 micros, 23,129. Held on to those for a little bit here. Took a nice little profit on those, 23,155, which made him overall in the account up $730. He came up with some pretty decent profits. He came into the session with some pretty decent profits. Deshaun was looking for a long. He got long 1 NQ 23,206 even. Had some pretty decent profits in that. Was looking for more on that trade. He did move his stop to a little better than break even. I believe he got stopped out at 23,208 approximately. Just made a couple of bucks on those on that one NASDAQ. I think probably the trade of the day was Doom. Left the session long 3 MNQ 23,221. I don't know if he's still holding these, but he did take a little bit of heat on him, but the market did hold. It is holding right at the IB high. This is a tough trade when the market kind of focuses in or around either the IB high or the IB low. It just seems to become magnetic there, making life a little bit difficult for traders. And that was where the trades we were taking as far as context is concerned. I'm still looking for the NASDAQ to close this session gap between Thursday's regular trading hour and Friday's regular trading hour session. We will see if that happens. And when it comes to these failed upside auctions or selling tails or whatever you want to call them, there's no guarantee that they're going to play out 100% in your favor. Last Wednesday, we saw one play out from IB high all the way to IB low. That was just a really perfect situation, great trade. Today was the same situation. However, that one didn't play out. And one thing that was kind of pointed out to me, when we do have the opening range at the dead ass low as the way we do in the S&Ps today, I'm usually going to be looking for longs. So we did say when we were up here during the fast market session that it wasn't really giving us what we were looking for. When we see a failed upside auction or a selling tail of this like this, we're looking for the market to rotate lower relatively quickly. We did kind of touch on that. You could have time stopped out of this at pretty much no loss, but it's still the market seems to be struggling to push higher and higher. We do see Delta now, which was up around 4,500 at one point today, at 873 positive. So we're seeing delta negative as price continues to push higher. There may be a pretty decent squeeze, possibly to the upside later on in the session. Of course, we'll be with you to talk about those. All right. Let's have a little quotable quote and we'll get on with our day. As always, I enjoy these. I hope you do too. All right. So usually we'll put it right up here on the screen. But right now we've got the good life is a process, not a state of being. It is a direction, not a destination. When it comes to trading, it's going to be a lifelong journey, a process of getting better and better as time goes on, as you learn more about trading and as you learn more about yourself. So enjoy the process, enjoy the ride as a trader. We do this not because we have to, but because we want to. Being a trader can have some wonderful benefits, some wonderful rewards. It's never easy, but enjoy the ride, man. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. That's it for this market recap. We got an exciting situation going on here. We got Coach Ray and Lito are going to be joining JD for lunchbox trading, and looking forward to seeing Lito and Coach Ray, and of course JD. This is Topstep TV, folks. Let's go. And an even quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller. Quarter, half, the orders, and even.
afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome back to Topstep TV. This is Lunchbox Trading. We've got a great coaching episode in stall for you right here. Right in the middle, we've got Coach Ray, head coach of the Mindset Hunters Topstep VIP experience. This will be his 3rd season as a head coach. And over on the right, we've got Mr. Lido, who is a trader that met Coach Ray in Discord not too long ago. And they've been hamming it up ever since. Speaking of ham, I hope you all got a chance to take a little break, get yourself a ham sandwich, tall glass of milk, glass of whiskey, whatever you got to do to get through the rest of the day, because this is Lunchbox Trading. All right, Lido, my man, your first time on Topstep TV. The first question we always ask our new guests is, how did you find Topstep, and how did Topstep find you? What is your story?
I think a guy that I met that was trading, he told me about prop firms. And I looked into it, didn't understand it too much. But I've been with Topstep since January.
Oh, very good. So what did you start off trading? How did you get into trading in the first place? Did you come from crypto? Did you come from options? Were you a stock trader? What's your history?
I started learning penny stocks last year, which I think is a bit of a scam, very sketchy. Then I ran into a guy in Miami, Lambo Raul, and I told him I'm trading, and he told me he does futures trading. So he gave me some tips. He shared his, was it his Telegram? I don't remember. He told me to reach out to him. He told me about futures. He told me look into order flow. And I'm very happy I got into futures because I can see, I'm starting to see the progress now, but it's taken me about a whole year. I started learning futures about a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I said you and Coach Ray met on Discord, which is a half truth. You were on Coach Ray's VIP team. Is that correct? You were a Mindset Hunter.
I was not.
Oh,
no,
you
he
weren't.
hasn't.
You
He
weren't.
hasn't been.
Okay.
He hasn't been selected. No.
I'm waiting.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
hoping.
okay.
He's wanting to. He's wanting to come on.
I get it now. I get it. My apologies.
Yeah, no worries.
I jumped over. Yeah. Is that you in the chat too, Lido Bombs? I'd assume so. Or am I
No, that's
assuming
someone
again?
else.
That's someone
I don't know how
else. All
someone
right.
else said my name.
I'm off on everything today. All right. Before we get into Coach Ray, welcome aboard. Great to see you as always. How's it going today?
Likewise. Excellent, excellent. I just I'm just I don't know if we're going to be talking trades here, but I am in a long on the MES at the moment. Slightly into profit here. So just this is kind of an initial balance extension strategy. I have kind of the area in blue here as kind of my target. And my invalidation point is basically any price close below that dashed yellow line. So just kind of letting this play, letting this trade out. So
very good, very good. For the people in the back, if you didn't know, Coach Ray has one of the longest tenured live funded accounts here at Topstep.
Yes,
Ray,
I do.
what year were you issued your live funded account at Topstep?
Oh my God, that's a good question. Well, I mean, I guess I've been involved. I think it's like I'm thinking probably 4 or 5 years, somewhere in that range. Because I worked with Hogue. I worked with Hogue as part of a performance coaching program, and then I met Coach D. And then soon after Coach D is when I kind of put the pieces together and was able to secure the account. So yeah, that would have to be about 4 or 5 years ago.
Awesome, that's a long time to be in a live funded account. We see some good strings out there, but 4 or 5 years, that's a long time.
Yeah,
it's 5 years without a blowout, guys, or a blow up, I should say.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I've had my share of blowouts. Prior to that funded account, but once I got funded, it was a whole different ball game for me. So very, I was trying to be very disciplined with the way my approach and everything when it comes to that live account.
Very good. Very good. All right, Lito, we're going to get into your trades in just a minute. But before that, we've got a little news story that I want to share. If we could pull that up. BP, British Petroleum, you may remember them from the Deepwater Horizon fame back in 2010 when they unleashed the largest underwater oil leak in the history of existence. Well, they're back at it. BP is pushing to boost its global upstream production. Here is the clip. Officials with the British energy giant say its goal is to increase output from 2.3 million barrels a day to 2.5 million by the end of the decade. BP just announced a major oil and gas discovery in the Deepwater Santos Basin offshore of Brazil. It calls the discovery its largest in the last quarter century. That would be 25 years to you and me. The company's plan to re-embrace fossil will include more analysis of data from its exploration well there. This is BP's 10th discovery so far this year. It's among others found in 2025, including Trinidad and Egypt. So how are we allowed to keep letting these guys drill underwater? But that's not a question for us to answer here or in the chat. Just a little speculation. But BP still drilling underwater. Coach Vince in the chat, drill baby drill. All right, let's do it. All right, Lito. So you were trading overnight. You hit the skids a little bit. You hit your DLL. Walk us through some of your trades. Walk us through your trade setups. What are you looking at? You were on the right side of the market, it sounds like. But the timing was just a little
I
off.
was here.
Take us through your trades.
I got in a little bit late last night. I was looking at gold. I was trying to buy this somewhere over here. I got stopped out, but it did end up going up. Yeah, I was trying to catch this over here somewhere.
Yeah. What are the prices that you were looking at over there? When you bought it?
Let's see.
So when you say overnight, what session were you trading? Approximately what time do you think it was?
11, 12. Like 10 p.m. It was right before bed. I looked at I looked at the chart. We got over the VWAP. I noticed it was going up, so let me change.
Okay. So I see some
I don't know.
lines, I see some oscillators.
Yeah, like right here.
I see some lines, I see some oscillators. Tell us what's on your chart. What are you looking at? How are you reading the markets? What kind of tools are you using?
I have a 9 SMA. I got this. I just joined a Discord community, trading boxes. Chris, so he's been helping me out, and he likes using the 9 SMA. I have a VWAP. I have a 20 EMA and a 50 EMA. And then this is a RSI.
Okay. So when you're taking a trade setup, what are you looking to line up together? What kind of signals are what are these indicators doing to signal you to get into a trade? Talk us through it. So you took a long last night, based around VWAP. What else were you looking at when you got into that position?
I saw that this was reversing. Right here, there was a bit of an imbalance, which I missed. I ended up getting in over here. I just saw like a imbalance, a fair value gap, right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you say right here, what kind of level does that look like? Or what are the prices around those levels?
Let me see. Where was it?
It's cool.
Can you guys hear me?
Coach
I
Ray.
think a little bit slow.
Oh yeah. Yep, we heard you. We heard you fine. All right, Ray.
I saw this right here. We broke this.
Okay. What price did it break out of there at?
What is this? Right around here. 33.44.
33.44. It took a long there. Just kind of bad timing. Is that what you're thinking? So your direction was right, but the trade got stopped out. So was it a timing issue or was it a sizing issue? What kind of size were you trading?
The thing is, I
It's a
mostly
sizing issue,
trade.
okay.
I mostly trade Nasdaq or MNQ. I've been trading MNQ, but I wanted to go to micros because I can start selling profits instead of holding. I can get off half my position, maybe a quarter of my size, like start selling. Well, I wanted to try that in gold. So it was my first time going in MGC. I went in with 12 contracts. But yeah,
so
it was.
no dipping the toe in the water there. You went full steam ahead. First time trading gold. You went almost max position size. Let's talk about that for a second. So first time trading a new market. What you had your trade setup? Was it an A+ setup? Is that what convinced you to go in with big size on your first trade?
It was not the best entry. It was not the best entry. I was chasing, but I thought it would keep going up. Maybe if I would have gone in half that size, would have been better. I could have held it, and it would have continued up. So yeah, it was definitely a sizing issue.
Understood. Coach Ray, so you and Lito have spent some time together in Discord.
Yeah.
Ray, why don't you tell us how you guys met, what you've been talking about, walk us through some of your coaching sessions. Lito seems to really like them. That's he's been sticking around for.
I mean, we've been involved in some Asia sessions. We've been kind of looking at the gold market, and one of the things I've been working with Lito on is sizing. I think he has a tendency of over leveraging a little bit, and I think that kind of plays into his ability to hold trades, right? Because when you have so much size, like 12 contracts or so, I think sometimes you get into a situation where you start to see the counter, the P&L move against you, and that as a result causes you to do things that you would otherwise not do had you been able maybe to trade with less size. So I've been kind of working with him on sizing, maybe also being a little bit more patient in waiting for his setups. Lito is a go-getter kind of guy. I would say, I think he's not afraid, but I think what we kind of been working on is kind of pull that back a little bit, kind of reduce size, being a little bit more patient and disciplined in his entries and things of that nature. So that's kind of been what we've been working on, I would say, in the group coaching sessions. One of the trades that we talk about quite a bit is this initial balance extension trade in not only the New York session, but also in the Asia session. So we've been kind of talking about that. I know he's still, I think, kind of acclimating. I think he's still kind of trying to find, kind of what resonates with him as a trader, strategy wise and process wise. But I would say that right now, I think Lito is kind of like a sponge, right? So I think he's taken in everything and anything that seems remotely possible that's going to support him. So we've had, a lot of offline conversations outside of group coaching, kind of talking him through about, arriving at a strategy, arriving at a process, being disciplined and patient, all the kinds of things that we talk about in group coaching as well. So I would say it's kind of a work in progress.
And that makes perfect sense. This isn't a learn overnight type of business.
Oh no, absolutely. Absolutely.
They say on average it takes a new day trader minimum of 3 years before they become profitable, and
Right.
it's, of course, there's exceptions to the rule,
Right.
but it is a process, and
Yeah.
having
Well, I
coaches
mean,
like Ray out there
one thing I
is
will say, yeah, one thing I will say about Lito, I mean, he's embracing everything. I mean, it's not, I don't get any resistance from him about, suggestions that I'm making of him or anything along those lines. He's very receptive to coaching. He's very receptive to, finding a way and determined to, kind of find a path for himself in this business, right? So very, very easy to work with from a coaching perspective.
awesome. Great to hear. Hey guys, let's do a quick check-in on the markets. I just refreshed my screen. Take a look at the tilt. Right now we got 51% long in the ES, 51% short in the NQ. I'd call that about even. Crude oil, 54% long and 59% long in gold. All right, Lito. So you're moving around, you're broadening horizons. You're going from the NQ, MNQ over to gold. Why gold? Why not any other market? Are you just seeing opportunity there,
I
or
like gold. It moves a lot. I've caught some nice moves. I like Nasdaq better, but I'm watching both.
yeah? Is it the speed of the Nasdaq that you liked? Is it the volatility, or are you just able to read that market a lot better than others?
I read it
Did you
better. The
start?
volatility, I understand it. I'm also using Bookmap. Let me see if I can show my.
Oh
I
yeah,
have
there it
Bookmap
is.
here.
Mhm.
I'm on my laptop because of the camera. But gold, I get in gold 820 when it opens up. Last week I caught a few good moves. Was up 1500. I ended the day with 1,000. That's my issue. I overtrade and I slowly start giving back to the market.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's why Topstep is good because I can put a lockout, which I did yesterday. I locked myself out at 500. I'm still up on the account. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Are you watching during the opening call? Are you taking those opening range trades with us?
I don't like the opening range trades because, it usually, let's say it goes up a little bit, it'll reverse. Yeah, I used to try the 5-minute orb. I don't like them. I'd rather wait for IB.
The initial balance. Initial balance is IB is initial balance. It's the first hour of regular trading hours. So for gold opens at 8:20 Eastern time, 7:20 Central time. So your opening range or your initial balance isn't established until 8:20 a.m. Central time, 9:20 Eastern time.
9:20. Yeah.
But tell us about the initial balance.
Why I learned that from Coach Ray. He's big on IB. It works. I don't like it because it has like little fake outs. But I've caught some nice moves from the middle. Like I'll mark the middle of the IB. And I'm using the fib. So yeah.
How are you using the fibs? Are you using them as targets or reversals? How do you trade around a fib?
For reversals, if it comes back to the 0.5 or what's the other number? 0.618. I'm using that in NASDAQ. I'm using that in the higher time frame, like from yesterday's low, yesterday's high, where we're at today.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Coach Ray, we're talking about initial balance. He learned it from you. What's
Yeah.
your strategy for trading the initial balance? Why do you think it's so important?
Well, I mean, I've over time, I think as I would consider myself more of an intraday kind of swing kind of trader, right? So the initial balance I find is kind of the how do we say, we kind of established the market to some degree, right? So we establish the market in the first hour of the session, and then anytime that we get any sort of extension in any direction, I feel like there's a possibility of one of two, well, actually one of three things, right? We could either extend the range to some destination, right? 50, 100% of the extension, or we could reverse the range. So I feel like that the level allows me to narrow down the various options of the possible trades that I can take in the markets, right? So something that I follow quite a bit, especially with the commodity markets, I think most recently in the gold. But these opportunities do exist in the equities as well, right? So initial balance for me is just kind of establishing the marketplace, right? Establishing where our sellers are, where our buyers are, and anytime we get price to leave that range, we go from balance to trend in some cases, right? So that's kind of how I've been using the initial balance.
We've got a great example of balance to trend today, just in the S&P 500. We heard Hogue talking during fast markets this morning that we had a failed upside auction in the S&P 500. But he did go into detail about it. He said it's not necessarily a signal to short the market when you have a failed upside auction, because the possibility of a trend always exists. So how do you set yourself up for looking at a failed upside auction and then
so
changing,
what
going against the grain
so
and re-identifying the trend?
so I think one thing that Coach Hogue alluded to is on the failed auction, it's pretty swift, right? So when you auction out of a range and you're in some sort of failed auction, it's pretty swift in the other direction. And if you find that price is not willing to kind of come back or rotate through the range, that's probably some indication that you are in some sort of trend, that you're not in a failed auction. So looking at the chart of the ES today, you can see that while we got all the signals, right, a nice solid 15-minute kind of bearish engulfing candle, one of the things that I use to kind of support the timing of my trades is I drop down to a 2-minute chart and I look for some sort of channel break in the same direction. So that often keeps me out of trouble, right? So even though I get an event like on a 15-minute chart that says, okay, you got everything that indicates that we're going to get head lower, I add one more criteria, right? I look for one additional piece of evidence, and that often gets me out of situations like taking a failed auction when we're really in a trending trade.
We'll have to clip that so everybody knows how to trade around failed auctions. They happen on the upside.
It's pretty. It's a failed auction is swift, right? It's going to go up and it's going to kind of slam through that area. I tend to like to look for that 15-minute to close back inside that initial balance range. But in addition to that, I wait for a 2-minute confirmation, and I think that 2-minute confirmation gets me out of trouble.
Very interesting. I'm going to start looking at that 2-minute confirmation on failed auctions.
Yeah.
All right, guys, a little bit of housekeeping to get through real quick. We've got some hot streaks to go through. First up, we're going to do our XFA traders hot streaks. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Right at the top of the board, we got David Ollie. He's been hanging in there. 35 days on this ripper. Picked up $303 trading the micro NASDAQ on Friday. So he's sitting on a 35-day heater worth $13,260. Next up, Vi. V. Every time I look up how to pronounce that name, it gives me a different result. I'm going to stick with Vi for a while. 32 days, $10,568. Picked up another $300 trading the micro NASDAQ. In fact, all 5 of these traders are trading the NASDAQ in some form, micros or minis. Alexander P, 28 days with $15,507, made $289 on Friday. Anas, 27 days with $17,294, made about $270 on Friday. And Theron, 26-day ripper worth $11,050, $523 in profits from the MNQ on Friday. Anas is currently our hot streaks, our XFA hot streaks P&L leader, $17,294 for Anas. Big shout out to all of these funded level traders here at Topstep.
Yeah, those are
We'll
excellent
do the
results.
live. Excellent results. We'll do the live board in just a few minutes. We've got some live hot streaks to run through also. All right, another check back in on the tilt. What has happened since last time? Not much movement. 55% short ES, 63% short NQ. It's building just a little bit to the short side. 51% short in crude and 55% long in gold. The gold tilt has paired off a bit. It was about 77% long just a few minutes ago. We're now at 55%. Lido, you like looking at gold. Let's take a look. What are you seeing in the markets right now? If you were able to put a trade on, what direction would you be in based off of what you're seeing in the market right now? We saw the tilt pairing off a little bit, just a little bit of selling pressure after we put in these highs earlier this morning. Is this a market you think you're going to continue to trade? Do you like the way it moves?
I wouldn't trade gold at this time. I don't trade gold at this time.
Any specific reason for not trading gold at this time?
It slows down. The moves are, they probably stop after 11, since the pit opens 8:20. What time does it close? Like 1 o'clock? 1:30?
Oh, I was just going to get into that. So you mentioned gold slows down about this time, and there's a very good reason for that. Gold futures settle at 12:30 p.m. Central Time. That'll be 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And what that means is the exchange establishes its settlement price for gold. Settlement price is the price that you base margins off of going into the next day. So if you had long P&L or short P&L, that's what you would measure your profit or loss off of. That's your settlement price. That it gets established at 12:30 p.m. Central Time in gold. But then it continues to trade until 4 o'clock p.m. Central Time. So even after settlement price has been established, it will continue to trade for another 3.5 hours. But old school institutional traders still abide by those old settlement price opening, regular trading hours open and regular trading hours close, which is 7:20 a.m. Central Time to 12:30 p.m. Central Time. That's why you always see a boost in volume or volatility during those times. The opening bell, we trade it every morning in the opening call here on Topstep. And as soon as that 7:20 bell hits or rings, you see that spike in volume, that spike in volatility. It's because institutional traders are coming in. They're still respecting those old pit hours. That's and as for right now, that's why you see volume and volatility kind of dying off, because gold officially settled about 15 minutes ago. So any institutional day traders are sort of out of their positions now. They're out of the market. They're moving on to other markets. But it still moves after that. Coach Ray, do you put any stock into those old school regular trading hours? Do you watch them?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think Alito is kind of spot on and kind of not looking for these, especially in the GC. I would say that the morning time, I would say anywhere between 9 a.m. Central to about noon Central is probably the opportune time to be trading gold. And I would say the afternoon session is probably best served. You're probably best served in the equities, right? So yeah, I think he's spot on not to be looking for opportunities in the gold. I myself don't really look for opportunities in the gold market after those pit sessions. So I do believe that they're being watched and it's being honored for sure.
They 100% are being watched. Yeah.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But if I had to pick, I'd say short. Right now, it looks like it's going down. But I wouldn't trade it. It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm. What are your typical trading hours, Lido? When do you like to be in the market? Do you like to start early and end early? Do you go bell to bell some days?
8:30 to 11:30.
8:30 to 11:30? That's Eastern time too. So 7:30, 10:30 Central time. And again, this is your first day trading gold. What's it been like making that transition?
I've traded gold before.
Oh, you have? Okay. I misunderstood earlier. I thought today was your first time in the gold market.
It was my first time.
Loaded up.
Yeah, with micros and going in 12. Yeah.
Understood. Let's talk about your experience trading the NASDAQ then. So that's how you got started. You got into futures. that was the first product you got into. You like the volatility. You like the way it moved around. How's it been going trading the Nasdaq? Are you more keen to trade the micros or the minis? What kind of size is your typical trade?
1 to 2 minis, but I'm trying to stick to micros now. Going in with 12, maybe selling half or selling 3, selling another 3, and then holding on to the last 6.
Mm-hmm. So locking in profits and keeping a runner.
Yeah.
Not adding in, so you're going full in, scaling out. How did you come up with that strategy?
This trader, Chris, he does that.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going in with 1 mini or 2 minis, and I'll end up selling, but then I'll get back into it, and I don't get the best fill. You know, like if it's trending, I'll get back in or I'll add to it, but it's much better to, if I like what it's doing, I'll get in with 12 and I'll just start selling. So it's almost the same as 1 mini.
Yeah, for sure.
And I like the number 12. So
the ratio of micros to minis is 10 to 1. So
Yeah.
1 mini equals 10 micros. Go trade. Do you trade like that? Do you scale in? Do you go all in?
Yeah, I guess it really depends. It's where I always think of risk first, right? So depending on how much of a stop loss I need to take on a trade, I'll focus my attention on whether I use micros on the trade or whether I use minis on the trade. So if I feel like I'm taking a lot of, maybe greater than average risk on the trade, then I would maybe trade a half a mini. Instead of 1 mini, I'll trade 5 micros, something like that. If I need to manage risk even further, even reduce that from 5 micros down to 2 or 3. So it's always risk first for me, right? So make sure that you have that aligned, because if we can manage the risk, I think allows us to kind of let the trade play out, allow us to trade our processes.
Process over profits. That's a popular mantra around here. Hey Ray,
Yes.
let's check in on your ES trade. How's it looking right now? Are you still in it?
Actually, I just got stopped out, right? So I was kind of hoping, not hoping, but yeah, I got a little bit of a
wick to the
pullback. I was looking
downside.
for this target. Yeah, I was looking for this target up here to the upside here at 63.60.25. I had my stop set below this initial balance range, came down, took my stop, and it may eventually head in that direction. But it was, again, I knew my risk, I knew where my profit targets were, and again, I'm more of an intraday swing kind of trader, so I'm willing to risk 1 to make 3, right? And that's kind of how I. So yeah, it's a little bit of a small loss, but well within the tolerance range.
Yep. Just for the clarification, our initial balance high in the ES, I have it at 63.42 half. Is that what you're seeing too?
Yeah, I have it right here,
Balance
63.42 halves. Yeah.
Okay. So we dipped just below there. Printed.
We just dipped just below there. Yep.
Printed 63.40 to the tick. Sort of popped right off of that.
Yep.
That's aggravating. That is aggravating. All right. One more piece of housekeeping to do. I think we're ready for those live funded hot streaks, everybody. Let me pull those up real quick. And there they are. I found them. All right. Up there at the top, we've got John N. has been on the leaderboard on this live account or top of the hot streaks board, I should say, for the last 14 days. 14 days worth $5,204. He picked up roughly, just had it, $643 trading on the micro S&P yesterday. John N. making all the right moves in the live funded account. Next up is Jacob on a 12-day heater right now worth $3,637. Made $214 trading the MNQ yesterday. Lynn H, 6 days worth $5,006. Picked up $631 trading the MNQ. Balin, new to the list, 5 days worth $1,082. $234 trading NASDAQ on Friday. And Chandler S rounds out the list, also new to the Live Funded Hot Streaks list. We lost a couple of traders from Friday, or from last week. They just didn't trade on Friday. So our list will be updated again tomorrow. But Chandler made it on the list with a 4-day ripper worth just about $1,800. Picked up $476 trading gold on Friday. Another gold trader making gains. Those are your live funded trader hot streaks from Friday.
Nice. Nice.
Very nice. All right, Lito, we got a few minutes left. Let's hear about Lito the man, not Lito the trader. What do you do on the side? What are your hobbies? Swimming, fishing, hiking?
I go to the gym every single day.
Go to a gym?
Yeah. Weekends, I go to the beach. I like to be out in nature. I eat healthy. I'm very disciplined outside of trading. Now I'm trying to be disciplined in my trading.
Yep.
Still over trading, but
that happens. I know, and I know I've been there too. It's a very difficult thing to overcome. Revenge trading, over trading, it's a real thing. All right, you go to the gym a lot. How much do you bench?
I can do 225. So 2 plates, 45 on each side.
Oh yeah, I do 230. I'm just joking. Coach Ray, what do you bench?
I haven't benched in some time. I think I don't know. I don't know what I bench right now.
That was a joke.
I bench my coffee every morning.
Right. 8-ounce curls.
Yes, 8-ounce curls.
Cup of Joe. All right, Lito. Final question. We got about a minute left. Who's watching you right now? Who do you want to say hi to? What's going on in the back there? You got people out there taking a look at you on TV right now?
Just you guys and Chris. I told Chris I was gonna shout him out. That's it.
Big shout out to Chris. All right, guys. Last check-in on the markets before we get out of here. Tilt, 59% short ES, 53% short NQ. That paired off. Crude, 58% short, and gold, 52% long. Everything is pretty flat for the moment. Lito, I want to say thank you for coming on Topstep TV. Thanks for sharing your insights, your trading knowledge, your trade setups, what you're looking at when you get in and out of the markets. Sure, you're going to do great things here at Topstep. Looking forward to checking in on you again very, very soon. So thank you, my friend. It's a pleasure hanging out with you.
Likewise. Bye.
Coach Ray, also looking forward to checking on you for Season 3 Topstep VIP. Starting very, very soon.
Absolutely.
We already drafted all the teams. All 11 teams were drafted by the end of the day on Friday last week. You should all be hearing from everybody that got chosen or drafted. Should be hearing from us very, very soon. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. Thank you all for joining us for Lunchbox Trading today. Coming up next, we've got another rising star. James D's here. He's going to be joined by Coach Jay and me. But before that, Jack is here to stump you all. Jack and Anne-Marie are coming in to stump you all with another game of Top Quiz. Earn yourself the chance at another entry for Topstep VIP Season 4 coming up in about 4 or 5 months. That is your prize for Top Quiz today. So we are going to take a short break. We will be right back with Top Quiz, then Rising Star. Right after that, Topstep TV. Let's go.
And an even quarter bid, half bid, the orders bid, even bid. Now I'm a seller. Quarter, half, the orders, and even.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Top Quiz. I haven't done this in over a year, Anne-Marie. I'm trying to see if I remember how to do it. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's good to be on with you. I never get to be on with you anymore. It's fun. I'm happy to spend time with you.
It's a crying shame. One of my favorite people to be on with for the quiz. Remember, you're playing for entries into season 4 of the VIP program here at Topstep. Top 5 plus randomly 20 people that get 3 or more correct answers will be getting an extra entry into there. So use that link at the top, sign up, and you too can play like Artemis Fowl, Bali Dolly, Hunter, Anya, JD. Is that our JD? We'll find out. So Emery, we'll give them like a minute to get settled in here. You look like you're back at the home base. How was Florida?
I am. Florida is so stinking hot right now. It's like, just imagine the worst, wooliest, wet blanket possibly and cover yourself in it. And that's how it is right now. It's atrocious. But
sounds lovely. I don't know if you were watching this morning, but James had a Florida story about someone at a Disney World getting caught with what they called headache powder.
Yes.
Headache powder.
Yes. Cooking up something.
All right. Well, I think we've had enough time for people to sign in one time. Remember, one person, one ballot. That's how this works here. No tomfoolery. Hope you've taken your headache powder because these questions today, honestly, I do not think are that hard. I think maybe 1 or 2, but I have absolute faith. Besides maybe the first one, but we'll see. So with that, I'm going to start this right now. You ready, Emery?
I am.
Here I'm reading the chat real quick to make sure I'm not ruffling feathers. Okay, here we go. We're going to start this right now. One tired teacher, you are one of the last people in here for this here Kahoot for Monday, August 4th, 2025. That is today. And your first question is, which of these musical acts did not headline Lollapalooza this past weekend in Chicago? Was it not Sabrina Carpenter, Korn, Coldplay, or Olivia Rodrigo? One of these was not a headliner at Lollapalooza this past weekend.
Dear me, no. I'm going to guess Korn.
You know, shockingly enough, Korn was there, if you can believe it. They were one of the headliners. Coldplay was not. Chris Martin was busy doing whatever Chris Martin does. So that was the correct answer.
Dang it.
Yeah, no, Korn was there, guys. Korn. All right, with that, let's see who knew it. Mo on top. Rizzy, the Rizzler, Jat Life, Punter, and Rhino. You guys were the quickest 5 on there. And with that, let's check out the second question. Let's do it. Which member of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors unexpectedly announced their resignation last week? Was this Christopher Waller, Adriana Kugler, Raphael Bostic, or Michelle Bowman?
Once again, I have just completely stayed out of the news because I needed a break. I'm going to guess Bostic.
Well, Bostic is still with us. It was the Kugler.
That was my first, and I went, nah,
it was a subtle tell that I wrote there in the title because I didn't want to say, she or her. But yes, Adriana Kugler. Still haven't really gotten why that is. So, no, Bowman's still there.
Interesting.
Goolsby and the whole gang still there, but not Adriana Kugler. On top right now, Tapey. You can read them right here. Hunter still holding the top 5. Okay, Emery. Now's the time we turned it around. It sounds like you watched this morning, so I think you'll be good on this next question. Here we go.
Watched part of this morning. Yes.
Yeah. In what country can you currently find a production of Romeo and Juliet performed by Heavy Machinery?
Oh my gosh. That was James's. Was
Germany, Mexico, Canada, or Estonia?
Dang it. I do not remember. I'm going to say Germany.
One of our favorite it's one of our favorite countries, Anne Marie.
Oh, geez, Mexico.
That is one of my favorite
Estonia!
countries. But it was, shocking enough, finally we found a news story that took place in Boomer Brian's homeland of
Oh
Estonia.
my word.
All right.
Oh.
Well, I'm going to
Jack,
try
did I
and get
telegraph
a...
the score in the green room? Did I?
No, you know what? Like, there's no... That's the thing about this quiz. It is no indication. It is like the opposite of an IQ quiz. In some ways, the more you get right, probably the more mentally deficient you are. So, all right.
Man.
Well, we have one more question, and I don't even remember what it is. I have to think for a second. Oh, you may get okay. I think you may get this one.
Good grief.
But first, Tapey still there. Squart Stone May, eh? Okay, punter's hanging around. Okay, let's do this. We got one more question left. After this question, we got Rising Star. James D is joining our JD and Coach J. Should be fun. But first, let's do it. What stock is up over 20% now today after a shout out to Sydney Sweeney this morning from President Trump? Is it Tesla, American Eagle Outfitters, Lululemon, or Palantir?
Oh my gosh. I literally have been sitting in a box today. I'm going to guess Palantir. I don't know. I have no idea. I literally have no idea.
They do have earnings today. So, Emery, it is American Eagle Outfitters. That's where Sydney Sweeney did a commercial. Although
I cursed myself.
I think it would be hilarious if they had Sydney Sweeney doing commercials for Palantir. Like just wearing not much clothing and finding
You
people to
never know.
drone. It would be a great product crossover. It is American Eagle. Emery, head high. Like it's always darkest before the dawn. Let's see.
Goose eggs! Oh my gosh.
Let's see. These people did not get goose eggs. Rob 14. And the bronze. Silver goes to Tapey. And first goes to, of course, the legendary Squart Stone May. Dragon D and Punter. You got 3 right. We'll pick 20 of you to join in there. Anne-Marie, it was an absolute pleasure as always to be here with you. Even, wasn't your day, but head high. Happens to everyone.
Don't ask me any current history. Let's go
I
back
shan't.
20 years. I got it.
I will remember that for the next time that you are on. I'm going to make this for you. Okay. Anne-Marie, thank you.
TV.
Love all you guys. Stick around. We'll be right back in a few minutes. I already see our guests in the green room. We got Rising Star up next. Coach J will be driving that, joined by a brand new James D. This is another James D. And JD, y'all know him. He was just on. So stick around. Relax. Have a taquito or something. We'll be back in just a few minutes with Rising Star. This is Topstep TV. Let's go.
Welcome back to Topstep TV. I'm Jay. You've seen me a couple times on TV already. You've seen the other guy as well, JD. And I don't know if it's just a trader thing, but we have a lot of people on the show that start with J's. We got a new rising star in the middle of us here, James D. James, welcome to Topstep TV. First time on Topstep
What's going on,
TV.
everybody?
How you feeling today?
How y'all doing? Pleasure to be here.
Pleasure to have you here, James. James is, I think we had our leaderboard rank, but he's up there on the leaderboard. I will get that exact rank because we should call it out. You were number 38 on our live funded trader leaderboard, James. We were talking in the green room a little bit, and this segment is called Rising Star, and your star is rising pretty fast. You got to that leaderboard, that spot in the leaderboard. You've been trading for what, a little over a year?
Little over a year, yep.
A little over a year.
I want to say taking it serious and actually getting to it for like a year now. Yep.
Okay. I mean, that's amazing progress. JD, I mean, do we see traders move up that quick? And we do. Every once in a while, we see traders move up that quick, but that kind of progress in a year in general is pretty insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely incredible. We were just talking about this in the green room a minute ago. Trading for a year in the live account now, $89,000 in total payouts here at Topstep. What's the special sauce? You got to tell us everything, James. What are you doing?
So I came in self-taught. This was YouTube University. I started trading. I was just doing supply and demand, and then I found ICT concepts, and it kind of caught on to me. But for background, just the start of it, I was always into gambling. So that gambling background, I believe it just gave me that edge in the market with just like less fear, but it also created problems in the beginning.
Okay.
So it just considered the tilt, the over trading, all of those type of things I experienced in the casino. It came carry right over to trading.
Interesting. When we did one-on-one coaching, I talked to a trader who was on pretty close to the top of our leaderboard that had a similar story. Right, he was a blackjack dealer, but also in the casinos as well, and he felt like that helped him understand risk. But then at the same time, you need to know it's like with great power comes great responsibility. Right, you need to know exactly how to navigate that risk to use it in your favor. Good stuff. You say you gambling a little bit. What did you play? What was your game of choice?
Blackjack, blackjack and baccarat. Baccarat and
So
blackjack.
next time we go to Bally's, JD, we might have to bring James with us because they ran our pockets at the Bally's table in Chicago when we were there last time. But we'll bring James.
Oh, they picked our pockets clean. That might be. You'd have to send me a professional salesman to step foot back in that joint again. You would have to sell me on it real hard to go back to that casino. There's plenty of other spots in Chicago. Not trying to dump on the joint, but man, did they kill us in there?
Since I found trading, I retired.
Okay. Yeah, there's enough risk in the financial markets, right? You say you're ICC trader. You were in the green room. We're talking. You're down in your live account a little bit, up in a personal account. Is there anything that you would be looking at in these markets right now to take a trade? I know you said you normally trade in the mornings, but anything that looks like a setup to you right now?
Yeah, so right now I'm actually looking. I see that we've just been ranging up all day, so we came above. I know I got a lot going on right here, but this actual 1 hour fair value gap that we tapped into, us coming above it, I'm looking for that retrace into it and continue higher. At the moment, I'm waiting for it to set up correctly, and if I can.
Gotcha. So only looking for longs in this market, which makes sense, right? This is, I mean, it's been
I'm
a buy
still
the dip.
looking long. I don't want to go. I'm not one to go against the trend too much.
Okay. Gotcha.
And yeah, as I'm looking here, I know coming up in trading, I see he didn't really have the best fan base. You know, a lot of people are with him, a lot of people are against him. But I mean, I follow in. I like it works for me.
Hey, what we say all the time is there's a million different ways to approach these markets, right? As long as you understand how to manage risk. At the end of the day, everyone's clicking either buy or sell to enter the markets, right? So however you get to making that decision, you could probably separate man from the message if you don't really love the guy, but the concepts make sense. Clearly, in a year, a little over a year, you're able to take almost $100 grand in payouts. Price wise, what are you looking at down here? And I know from working with some ICT traders, a lot of times you guys don't even know where price is on the charts. It's just like it's in this
Yeah.
gap.
Oh wow.
Click the
Is that
button.
for real?
Literally. So I'm seeing this push up outside of this 1 hour fair value gap. I see this fair value gap getting created. It's tapping into. So I'm trying to see what we doing here with price, and if we want to continue up from here. I seen that we came in and respected it, so I would look for price to continue higher from here. And I'm looking to enter the buy pretty soon, if not now. I'm just trying to see where we headed to, but we got another gap up here that I was looking at that we probably could reach up to, and then price is up here at about 23,515. I want to see if we could potentially look up to there. Not today, but I want to see us tapping into there. I want to see if we could just a little bit. I don't think price comes down from here, but if it does, I'm looking at this gap below that we had the first presented gap at 930 on. I want to see if we could probably get down here potentially.
Okay.
If we do, come back down.
And that
So I want to see
that lower
this
gap,
gap is
the
basically
price,
my gauge.
that price on the lower gap is 23,140s. Is that right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So if we get below this gap that we created on this extension higher, I want to see it's respected, and then I'll look at it to come back to this first presented gap to end the day off. But if we kind of consolidate here and look to want to go higher, I got a target above as well. And that's kind of how I do it, like internal to external range liquidity is what you'll call it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, James. So when you started trading, did you start trading and then learn about it, or did you learn about trading and then start doing it?
A friend of mine came to visit me in Philadelphia. She was trading, and one day she, took a trade on my computer, and I was just like interested at that point. But it was during the pandemic, so I had some time to dabble with it. And then, as a gambler, I put some money in the live account and just thought I knew what I was doing. And then trial and error went through it, and then I kind of start learning afterwards. So yeah, I started trading, and then I started learning trading. Yep.
And that was the money you put into a live account. Was that a futures account, or were you trading something else?
Futures.
Futures?
Yep.
So you
Futures. I've been
started with
trading
futures.
the whole time.
Yep. This is a rare story. Normally, not
is.
normally, I should say. A lot of the traders that we bring on Topstep TV that have been around for a little while and are finding success in the markets have always started somewhere else, and they were looking for a better option than what they were trading. Some people come from the options world. Some people come from the crypto world. Some people come from the Forex world. And they get blown out. They get murdered, and then they find the futures
Forex
market
world. A
and
lot of
say,
people.
why wasn't I here the whole time?
The Forex world scared me a little bit. A lot of people presented me with that MLM type of thing, and I kind of was thrown off of trading at that point. But when she came, somebody that I trusted, and kind of brought it up, and I was like, okay, this is cool.
Nice. Does your friend still trade now? Is she trading with Topstep, or was she trading like a personal account or something like that?
I'm not sure. I think she took a break. She's an RN, so she kind of works. So
Okay.
she kind of like dabbling between the two. So
Got you. Nice. It's good to have somebody that you could trust introduce you to this.
yeah,
especially because
and then from there, I actually got my own community. I got my own Discord that I trade with. So I got a lot of guys that's with me. They probably in here now watching.
Very nice.
Oh, nice.
Did you just start that up, kind of just to build community? We know we can say
So
trading.
I started it early, and I did it for myself for accountability. But then we started, I started seeing success, and then it just started building up from there naturally through my Instagram.
Okay, very nice. Do you find most of
Really
your
wasn't
traders in
like
your group trade the same way? Are they everybody trading
yeah,
ICT?
a lot of everybody off at ICT. A lot of people are like new to trading, so I'm just introducing them to just certain things. And I like to keep it really simple. I like to say from internal to external range liquidity. I usually trade mornings. We wait for buy side or sell side to get swept, and then we looking to take it the other way. It's literally keeping it that simple every day, and out of there by 11.
Mm-hmm. I gotta know. So was it your friend that turned you on to ICT in the first place? I gotta know. As a guy that's really never won.
She was trading actually like a different concept. I didn't really look into that. When I looked into it, and then I saw ICT, and I saw a lot of other traders that just was speaking of it. A lot of things, like I said, I did the supply and demand thing. That didn't really grasp to me. It seemed like longer trades for supply and demand for me, like maybe like an intraday trade. But I felt more comfortable with ICT. Now I don't trade everything that he does, but I use some things that was recollect to me, and I just use that and just build off of those few things, and then I just keep it as simple as possible.
things that make sense to me. I
Exactly.
take certain things from his.
I was gonna say that keep it super simple, the KISS method.
Yeah,
And that
he has
seems
a
to
lot of
be
different concepts, a lot of different rules, and I just keep it simple for what I see that makes sense in the rules between that, that micro time macros and things like that he put out. It really makes sense. So I keep it simple there, and then I just kind of pick my spots.
Yep.
So,
yeah, I'm looking at your charts. I see it's not jumbled up. You can read everything pretty clearly.
yeah.
You draw your
And
boxes. You got a
typically, I
couple.
got this on these charts for you guys, but I usually got my trading view marked up, and I use my charts pretty clean. But even if I am trading in it, even though I am trading today, it's like typically like this. And this morning, me and my guys, we took this buy straight up to. Remember, I told you that it was a 1 hour gap here. We kind of came from the buy side. We caught this whole play here this morning.
It's a nice trade there.
I did
That's nice. Do you
5,000.
draw most of your fair value gaps on what time frames are you using? Are you drawing most of yours on like a 1 hour? Because you did mention a 1 hour gap. Do you go to
Yeah, so
smaller
I
time
went to
frames?
the 1 hour gap. I go up to a higher time frame just to see where price could be heading when I get my buys, and then usually I see price tends to use those gaps as a magnet, so I tend to look to take it up to the bottom of that gap, and that's usually where I look for my first TP, and then just gauge from there.
Okay. Very cool.
And I saw this was a clear indication of where it wanted to go. So once we got into these buys, I just wrote it up to here and I think I did 4,500.
Nice trade.
Cool.
So James, you've been trading for a little over a year now.
Yeah.
Some great success early. Are you trading full time? Do you work outside of trading? Is it just this or?
It's funny. It's something that became full time to me. So there was a time where I was wholesaling in real estate. I had French bulldogs. I was selling those as well, and a lot of those things during the pandemic became saturated. I had a truck business. I was doing hot shots. A lot of that stuff became saturated to me. But when I found trading, of course, like that fast money, it just was something that just was like, look, if I give this a year of my time, I had some money saved up. I'm like, if I give this a year of my time, it's going to be hard. I'm gonna make some sacrifices, but I sat it out. It was tough. Like, a lot of people thought I was still binging and gambling. No people really understand it. My mom, everybody was kind of like, they was with me, but they was just like, yo, like, you've been doing this every day, all day. Where's the money? So, and there came a time, it's crazy because the success finally just came because in January, I was at the breaking point, like, listen, if this ain't gonna work, I'm gonna get a job. And I remember I went into I had a job. I took a job offer. My first day I was at a warehouse, Target. I passed 5 Topstep combines on the way there. And literally I went in my first day and I was just talking to the people. I was connecting with them. I was just like, I can't do this. Like, and I quit that first day. The next week I took a $30,000 payout with Topstep.
It sounds like you
I
made
gotta
the
know
right
the story
choice.
behind this. Yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
and look,
share the story behind it.
I keep the key card with me.
Wow.
I keep it as a trophy.
That is
So
amazing.
you passed 5 combines on your way to
Yeah.
your first day of work.
I missed the bus. I missed the bus to get me there, and I was walking like a 20-minute walk, and I'm trading on my phone.
All right, that's my new favorite
Incredible.
story that I've heard on this
Nah, I
show.
swear, yeah, true story. I
There's-
recorded myself
there's
while I was
possibly-
walking. I recorded myself while I was walking. I wish I could pull it up right now. I'm like, this is not my life. I'm about to pass these combines, and I'm gonna do this. And yeah.
And honestly, I love the conviction though, right? And we need to have that. Like, we tell traders all the time where you can't be overconfident, right? Where you still have to respect the risk of the markets, but you do have to have. I mean, let's be honest. You have to have somewhat
You
of
got to
an
be a
ego,
little bit
somewhat-
delusional. I feel like
a little bit, right? In order to really
Yeah.
make this work. And
no, 100%. I'm serious about that.
that delusion. You said a week later you're taking a $30,000 payout. So
Right.
you saw something in yourself and in the markets that you said, hey,
Yeah.
at least in this time frame, I can execute this and pay myself from it. I like to ask this question all the time, James. You don't have to share it if you don't want. You took a 30K payout. You're taking 85K in payouts from Topstep. Probably put some of that into savings, into longer term investments, a personal account. What's something that you bought for yourself where you said, hey, you know what? This is for me. I'm going to treat James.
Yeah, my new apartment. I got a
Okay.
penthouse. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yep.
We
I got a
won't
penthouse.
dox anybody. But
Yeah, it's kind of like how I'm used to living. I kind of like downgraded. I downgraded my whole life for this, so I
okay.
kind of came back and just got back into myself, like
I like that. I like that. Do you feel that purchasing something for yourself like that or buying something for yourself gives you motivation to continue going in trading? Because a lot of times
Absolutely.
it could just feel like work, right? It feels
Absolutely.
like numbers on a screen. I'm just clicking
Yeah.
buttons every day. But when I can realize something in real life from it, then it gives me motivation to keep going.
Yeah, absolutely. I put myself in these situations. A lot of people may call it pressure because it's a higher rent, higher things, but pressure for me it just makes me exceed more.
Sounds like a Philly boy to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
Yep.
Philly boy to me.
Yep.
Good stuff. So, okay, let's get check in on these markets really quick. Nasdaq kind of just chopping around right here. 23,265. Currently trading in the S&P. We are looking at 63.46 half. Tilt pretty much across the board, 50-50. We do have a 62% short tilt in the Nasdaq. I know, James, you were saying when we got on here, you don't normally take trades during this time. You trade during the mornings. One of the things I talk to traders about, especially with our VIPs coming up here, is knowing when work is done for the day and knowing when to step away, right? We do Topstep TV all day, and we appreciate everyone joining and listening in because you never know when something's going to happen in the markets. But as a business owner, you need to know when to close your business down for the day. What made you realize that, like, hey, this is not a time I'm normally going to trade, or do you just, make so much in the morning? And then follow up to that, how do you structure the rest of your day, right? A lot of times people say they trade for freedom, but then they don't plan for what that freedom looks like. How do you structure the rest of your day when
So
you're
the
done
rest
trading?
of my day, immediately after I get off the church, I hit the gym. And if I don't have my son, I like to just try to do something for myself. I read a book where I seen that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, all of them taking naps. So I'm big on naps. My nap time is right now, so I'm staying up for you guys. Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. So this is my nap time. I'm big on naps, and then after that, I kind of just chill, man. I don't, overdo it. I don't look at the charts all day. I don't, study a lot. I think that part is over for me. I think over studying after you get your concepts down is just like kind of like bad for you a little bit. It could be like
That is like
counterproductive in a way.
That is one of the most ultimate signs of maturity in a trader, where you're not spending 12, 14, 16 hours a day studying charts all day, all night. You could sit down in your chair, look at the screen, and have a good snapshot of what you're expecting from the markets that day.
Yeah.
And you can trade around it. That's the ultimate sign of maturity. It sounds like you're a born natural. Like you were born to do
crazy.
this, James.
Yeah, because it's crazy because like a lot of my guys in my team, they we get on at 9:20 every day, and they don't believe me sometimes. Sometimes I might go out or something like that. I might wake up at 9:15 and then jump right on the charts and just make a trade and then go back to sleep. Because it's like it's muscle memory to me now. Yeah. I don't overthink it.
James,
I just kind of get in.
Yeah, when you start overthinking it, you think yourself right out of a good trade, right? Analysis
I believe
paralysis.
that strongly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
James, I do have some. I got some homework. I got some homework I want to throw your way, if you don't mind.
Sure.
We would love it here if you recreated your journey to your first day of work at Target on video. Record yourself standing at the bus stop, trading a combine, passing 5 combines while you're walking to work.
That's great.
I'm gonna find that video. I'm gonna find that video and I'm gonna try to send it to somebody when I was walking. I got it.
Oh yeah, no. If you definitely can, we would love to have that. We're gonna take a little bit of a break here. James is from Philly, home of one of the greatest, whether fictional or not, boxers of all time. Gabe, come in with the jab, jab, jab. What do we have? Who's jabbing today, James?
All right, here we go. We got
Gabe.
Maria. Good morning, team. Another green day, locking myself out. Often enjoyed the beautiful weather. So great for Topstep and the freedom that it provides. Shout out to Maria. We got Sean, up 290 on the XFA, locked it out. I got cooked on that short and reversed long. We got Lex. First day in the XFA was down negative 350. I knew gold was going to go up. Gave it one more shot. Now I'm up 200 and locked out. Good job there, Lex. And Curtis, we got locked out. 2 combines, one up 476 and the other up 350. Shout out to all those traders consistently showing up day after day, persevering, jabbing away. We will see you guys tomorrow. Back to you there, Jay, JD, and James.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Gabe. Nice job to all of our traders there. We are seeing a little bit of a bounce here. James, off the top of that fair value gap that you were looking at. Go ahead, JD.
Yeah.
Who just got in a trade? I heard it.
That
Oh,
was
there
me.
we are. I see it on James' screen.
James is in.
What'd you do? Why'd you do it?
So I'm in a buy here. We got that bounce down into that gap. I want to see this push up. I do see that we took these highs here. It might be a little bit of a impulsive thing, and I told myself I wouldn't do that because I'm on here with you guys today, try to force something. So it is throwing me off a little bit, but yeah, I think that it's a little bit ambitious to say that this want to come down, but I jumped into a buy. Might be in a
So
little
you're
bit aggressively.
long 10 micros right now. What price did you get?
I got it at 232.72.
Okay, 72. Long
Yep, and I'm
10
looking
micros
to
from 272 half. How do you normally set your stops on a position like this? So I see you
So on a
do you
position
normally
like
trade
this,
micros also?
yeah, I trade micros only. On a position
Okay.
like this, I would set my stop under this gap. Typically, I think
Okay.
but I would set myself under this
you
gap.
go,
I wouldn't have came in. So with combines, I trade a little bit differently than my XFAs and than my live account.
Okay.
So with combines, I'm a little bit more aggressive on the aggressive side, but I trade like 3 to 5 micros on my XFAs and my regular account. So it would be like I usually like to risk around 3 to 500 a trade.
Okay. So in your live account, you're strictly trading, and I just want to repeat this for people watching, because you're number 39 on the big board, right? Taking 85K plus in payouts, but you trade micros.
Yeah, I trade micros.
So what for the people who say micros are too small, I've had traders who's never taken a payout or been trading for a month and say, hey, it's going to take way too long to get anywhere with trading micros. It's just simply not the case.
Every time I trade minis, it was a bad thing for me.
Right. And you understand that with understanding the risk. Go, JD.
You said what?
Let's talk about your path from micro or from minis to micros. So you started trading when you started. You were trading minis, and then you switched to the micros.
I started the minis. I started the minis because I didn't know micros at the time. I just started with the minis, but I saw that with micros that I can take some that'll put me in a profit, and then I also can let my runners run. And typically, trade in terms of external range liquidity, I get bigger moves. I don't really scout for small moves. I usually get 25 to 50 points, sometimes 100 points a trade. So micros work for me. I can add to them efficiently to get the trade up to where I need to be, or I could take it off when I see the trade going against me. It makes sense.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Yep.
it really
So we
is.
get a little
And
bit-
JD, you look like you had a follow up to that.
I was going to say, you got the maturity of a guy that's been doing this for 25 years. And I
Yeah,
see a
I
comment in
just
the
think
chat. Marco says, minis can fry you. Minis can fry you commission wise, but as long as you have a strategy in place and you're sticking to it and you have a good idea
I never
of
really
what you're
worried about
doing.
the commissions. Yeah, exactly. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm looking for. I'm being patient. I'm waiting for a bigger move. So commissions don't really matter to me. Sometimes commissions help me, especially when I'm looking for 1,500 or something like that on a trade. Sometimes I need a little bit taken off, especially if I'm in a consistency type of platform.
You don't even know
Yeah,
it,
but
but
if you
that
wait, if
is
you
such like an old.
helping commissions can hurt. But if you're taking a nice setup, commissions don't really bother me.
Yeah.
Cost of doing business.
And that is like cost of doing business. That is such an old school
Yeah,
way of
exactly.
thinking about it too. I don't know if you know this, but like 25 years ago, like I said, like we didn't factor in commissions into our trading, You're standing there trading all day long. Commissions were the last thing on your mind. You were focused on making good trades. You didn't think
Right.
about commissions at all. So and then it kind of flip-flopped for a few years. But to hear you say that is kind of refreshing because that's how it was, when I started out too. If you start factoring commissions into a trade, you can nickel and dime yourself in or out of a good trade,
Yeah.
So it's very, very old school way of thinking about how to approach the markets. I commend you on it too.
James in the chat, they want to know: do you have any socials that you could share? You could maybe send it to us in the
Yes.
chat. We can put that in the YouTube
Yeah,
chat.
so my Instagram is ScootTrades22. I'm and I have a Discord as well. You could just shoot me a DM on there. I'm kind of getting into the Instagram social media thing, so